Me guys, I can speak Zoomer. Fuck. I had one for a second there. No! Skibbity toilet, there we go. Valkyrie rework thoughts. I'm not a fan of her fourth, otherwise the damage buff slaps. The damage buff be slapping. I'm not sure how I feel about the rest of it. I haven't really messed around with it too much yet. Let's see if everything boots up properly. It did. Hello. Where is Mizio Synthron? We're going to join up and do Deimos, I guess, really fast. But yeah, good morning. Hi, hello. How's everyone doing today? Everyone loving life. I can't shut the doors to do my soundproofing properly because I'm still airing out the shower because I woke up late and took a shower late and I'm very tired. Nodders, how we doing? How you guys doing? How's life treating you? Everything going well? Paralyzed and ripwire pulling people in is so satisfying. I do like that. I do like that a lot. I really appreciate. I'm not sure how I feel about Valkyr's fourth quite yet, but everything else I'm bopping with, right? I'm bopping with basically everything else. Disruption, alchemy, survival. It's just what's the words I'm looking for here? I haven't messed with her too much. I've messed with it a little bit, but I haven't messed with it too much yet. Because I was trying to study on Saturday, but I got the good old depresso bug, so I didn't. And then I actually studied a little bit yesterday and a little bit this morning, and I'm kind of anxious. Actually, Ureli would be pretty slappies. Disruption, alchemy, survival. You got Jade. Ureli might actually be the sauce. With the Ocucore, I could probably do some sauce with that. Let me grab her. Nope, not that. There we go. La-di-dee, la-di-doo. When they're going to make Oberon the Zaza frame? Never! He's always going to be bad. I love seeing him still be trash. I think it's actually kind of funny. Alright, Synth, I'm ready when you are. Let me just unlock. Sorry. Still a bit gross from that sickness. I've coughed up most of what had me sick last week, but, you know, the keyword there is most. But, yeah. I've been doing a little bit of studying because that Japanese test is probably going to fucking murder me. And I'm a bit anxious about it because there's a spoken part that I'm not ready for. And a reading part that I'm obviously not going to approach. Oh, geez, I didn't know that could do that. Cool. I'm not going to approach earnestly. So the anxiety be anxietying. You know? Very, very anxious about a lot of stuff right now. So I've been actually doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. Cough out the American in your lungs. The burn pits wasn't military service related. Correct, because I didn't have any burn pits. Say it. Oh, actually, no, I'm not even going to say sad to that. I'm glad I got rid of those. I didn't deal with those burn pits. We might be having to duo this, by the way, Synth. We might as well run it. Excuse me. But, yeah, I'm just kind of stressed about that. I'm fairly certain I can handle the written part because I'm going to cheat. But the spoken part is probably going to crush my balls. As long as I don't get... if I can get a 50% on this test, I can pass. My concern is passing. So right now what I've been trying to do is refresh myself on grammar and do a bit of light work on the... what's it called? On the kanji, because that's going to be a big part of the written is actually the kanji. For days of the week, mostly, which I think I can handle. I got one friend who dealt with burn pits, and it was 25%. I mean, 25% is a lot of VA. That's not nothing. Obviously, you know, I'd rather not have burn pits, but, you know, that ain't nothing. But yeah, I tried to do a little bit of RO the weekend too. Did a little bit of that too, but mostly I kind of just wound up not doing a whole lot this weekend. Sad. Unfortunately, I did my best, and my best was not good enough. So, yeah. Stresso espresso, as usual. I just found myself in a bad headspace again. You guys ever have to deal with that? You just kind of wake up in a bad headspace and you're just stuck in that bad headspace for however long it is you're stuck in it for. It's really annoying. I don't really appreciate it. You know what I mean? It's not really a good vibe. It's not really a good vibe at all. But I don't know. You know. So I'm not sure how long stream is going to run for today. I'm not going to lie. I'm not even going to try and go to the gym today. I'm just going to spend it getting ready for the test. Like, I have a quiz thing up in the background that I've been going in and out of. I plan on writing down some basic notes on how to pronounce certain kanji because, and this is fun. I'm so shitty about this. Our professor makes us use a webcam during our classes so they can see what we're doing. Your boy, he blurred his webcam so they can't see what my eyes are doing. So I'll be able to flip back and forth between notes. So I'll write down what kanji says what, and I should be able to manage with that. AKI in Korea, I think I mentioned before, is like 10, 15 either way. I'm not military, but can I get it from the VA yourself? It'd be nice, why not? What a Chad move. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. It doesn't matter if I pass or fail this quiz. Even if I bottom out full 0, I can still pass the class for the semester. It's just going to be a bit of a pinch because it's like 15% of our grade, which is obviously not great at all. And I'd like it to not be worth 15% of my entire fucking grade. But it's handleable. It's handleable. It's handleable. And that's zeroing out. Just complete and utter, just bottomed out. So if I can still pass with a hard 0, I think I'm pretty safe, relatively speaking. But I'm still going to stress a little bit. I'm still going to be a little bit anxious, as usual. But yeah. Yep. I haven't really gotten the notes up yet because I decided to focus on studying anyway instead because I still have issues with particles and stuff. Like, there's the subject particle and then there's the different subject particle, and I'm not really sure how to tell which is which is apparently an issue a lot of Americans have, well, English speakers have in general. So I think I figured it out. I just need to practice to make sure that the methodology I'm using to differentiate them is going to work. You're using your military list schools to bullshit like a master with the Japanese test of kanji. Yepers! That's the plan. You know, I've said it before. The army teaches you well. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. And I am most certainly trying. So, yeah. I'm just trying a little bit more in a different direction because I still want to learn the language. And also, the next Japanese class I do is going to be in person. And it's going to be in person, which means it's going to be a lot harder to bullshit. However, they're also going to be teaching a bit better because, you know, it's going to be in person. Wow, crazy, right? Wow. So, yeah, I'll redeem that hydrate and just start shit on because I didn't see it just then. Is the sound alerts broken again? I didn't get to work on that this weekend. That was one of the things that was on my goals. And I didn't. Because that's right, I did go and do an apartment viewing. The apartment was trash. They wouldn't allow me to see the apartment I would have been renting. I don't really know why. But, like, okay, whatever. They didn't allow me to view it. They instead viewed another apartment that is the same layout. And they just said I would just, you know, actually rent the actual apartment. And that place was a dump. Like, full on dumpy dump. Like, rusted out, holes in the floor, holes in the walls. Piece of shit. Like, even the realtor was like, holy fuck balls. So, not really happy. Classic switcheroo, probably. So I was very respectfully like, fuck that. No, thank you. Try again. So the realtor is currently looking for another apartment. I'm keeping a pin in the burnt out piece of shit because any port in a storm, I wouldn't be happy about it, but you know, any port in a storm, folks. So we'll see what happens in that department. Let's see. Someone died. Yeah, Sevagov died somehow. I'm not really sure how he dropped. But, so, yeah. I'm not particularly happy, but there's still time. My plan right now is if I can't find an apartment within the next 2/3 weeks, I'm going to bite the bullet. I'm just going to buy the plane ticket. I wouldn't be happy about it, but I buy the plane ticket because it's better than being homeless. So, yeah. Granted, like I said, though, would not be a happy camper. The J-Dogma is so fun. I haven't had any I haven't messed with it yet. I was experimenting with SpiderBut. I was mostly experimenting with SpiderBut, so I wasn't able to do any experimentation with that. However, I hear people have been having a lot of fun with it, but SpiderBut's been my thing right now. I was able to color SpiderBut in really well, too, so I'm kind of happy about that. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And Sevagov revived, so he can cry me a river. But yeah. So we'll see what happens. I still have some time. I can still contact other realtors. I'm just waiting for the current one to get back to me about my about the next series of apartments he's going to recommend to me. It's kind of hard because apparently furnished apartments aren't that common in Japan, which I feel like that's capped because I've never seen furnished apartments before. So, I don't know. I don't know. To be honest, what's the cost range for you if it's okay to know? I'm looking at, I would prefer something in the 60 to 70k yen territory. However, I did instruct him to bump up the range to 90k. Which, for those of you who don't know, that's between about 500 to 700 USD. It's not a lot. I should get back in this game at some point. You should. I really love Warframe. Furnished Japan is not common. Oh, well, fuck me then. I'm hoping he understands my English, because when I tell him preferred, I'm not make or break on a furnished apartment. It would just be, you know, preferred. If you gave me 2 apartments that were the exact same, but one of them came with, you know, a bed, and the other didn't, I would choose the bed. You know? So, we'll see what he does. He said he'd get back to me today. So I'll wait till the end of the day. I'll email him again. Actually, I have him on WhatsApp now because he was very much pressuring me to do that. And then, depending on how he responds, I'll get a new realtor because I do not have time to play silly fuck games. Do not have time. Do not have time. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm not happy, though, because it would be a 2-year lease regardless. However, apparently breaking a lease in Japan is a lot easier than breaking one in the United States. So it wouldn't be a massive issue. It'd be an issue, but it wouldn't be a massive issue. And plus, I can just kind of stop paying the realtor because, you know, if I have to leave Japan, well, I have to leave Japan. So, get fucked. Actually, Loki just asked that same thing, that first thing to Mafu, and he asked me and my wife for moving. I said, no, looking for a friend, LOL. He's investing and helping while he works on his song covers. I don't really know what to make of that. Sorry. I just be existing right now. I'm sorry. I'm just really stressed about a lot of things right now. A lot of things. I have been working on the model, though. I've been working on a lot of things. A lot of projects. A lot of these and a lot of that. You know. Mafu, big Japanese singer. You're working with Mafu then? What? Bruh, how many people do you know? What the fuck? I will have to experiment on getting the game to work. Why would you have to experiment? You download it go burr. The game go burr. You just turn it, you just download it and turn it on. Unless you're running a what do I want to call it? Unless you, you switch to Linux. Okay, that makes sense. I've been debating on swapping to Linux because I'm getting tired of all the spyware on my fucking computer. But that is my big concern, is getting video games to play. Apparently I don't remember which distro it is, but I know one of the more popular distros can run video games pretty solidly. I'm not sure how useful that is, but you know. Windows was giving you so many issues, you got fed up with it. Exactly, yeah. Like, I'm sick and tired of them installing Copilot onto my shit and Copilot trying to do stuff on my shit. I don't like it. I don't want AI in my computer. I don't want it. I don't care how useful it is. I shouldn't be forced to use it. You know what I mean? If I want to be old-fashioned and use old-fashioned equipment, I should be able to use old-fashioned equipment without them trying to stick their finger up my ass. So, don't appreciate that. You know what I mean? You got Zorin or S Pro. Definitely not the one I'm thinking of. I was thinking of like Panda or Onion or something. I don't remember. I'd have to look it up because I still have the tab open in the background because I've been trying to work up the courage to actually go at it. Excuse me. But, yeah. Yep. I'm so sick and tired of AI. I hate it so much. I want to get a new phone too before my phone depreciates too much and it becomes really expensive to get a new phone. However, the new phone I would have to get would be laden with fucking spyware and AI fucking shenanigans. And it's like, bruh, stop it with the AI. It's so bad. It drives me up the wall when I'm online too, and I'm like, yeah, AI is just fucking spyware trash. And everyone's like, no, AI is just a tool. You gotta use it like a tool. And I gotta be like, yeah, it is a tool. And if I don't want to use the tool, then why do you keep sticking it in my face? You know what I mean? It's like, yeah. If I don't want to use a torque wrench and I just want to use a regular wrench, then get off my ass. You know what I mean? Like, what's the problem here? Drives you at the wall. Yep, you need a new phone and you're saving up for one, but I do not appreciate AI being shoved in your face. Exactly. Mine's I think it's, why does my buff say 6,000? It's either because shenanigans or the game glitched out again. Which I'm leaning towards the second one because the game glitches out a lot. It be glitching. But I'm running I believe it's an S21 or an S23. I don't remember. I'd have to check. It's been a bit. But you know, I want to get an upgrade before it ages out too much. Oh, by the way, this weekend I did go hanging out in Shibuya. I did pick up some weeb trash. I picked up some MiHoYo trash. Man, I think it's cool. But yeah. Excuse me. Yeah. Yep. And while I was there, I saw they're selling a phone case for who's the Undertaker chick from Genshin? That chick. Hu-Tao. They're doing a whole S26 box for Hu-Tao. You got an iPhone 8 Plus. I hate iPhones. I hate them so much. As much as I didn't want a phone, this one's getting to the point where it's having issues loading the videos. Yeah, that's why I don't like iPhones at all. It's because they throttle their shit the older it gets, so that way it encourages you to get a new phone. I prefer Android because they generally don't do that. Mind the wording. But the reason why I'm looking at a new one is because I don't want it to age out too much and the trade-in value to be worth less. But I'm kind of nervous about getting a new phone in Japan too, because the phone's probably going to be in Japanese, and it's probably not going to have an option for me to swap it to English. So, yeah. I don't really know. I'm still on the fence about that. My other problem, though, is I'm trying to save money, because, you know, money is very much an object for me. I gotta move into an apartment soon. Give me 1 second here. And as soon as I move in that new apartment, I'm burning up like all of my savings to put them into investments because I've been saving money for moving into an apartment. And a lot of that money that I've been saving would go really well in some dividend investments. Are you sure they have international options? I haven't looked yet, so we'll see. I'm also worried about my phone carrier because I still use AT&T from the US. So AT&T might not be the most impressed with me being out here and then buying a new phone out here. So I will burn that bridge when I get to it. I have other more important issues to deal with first. That's the kanji for English. Okay. Well, I guess you don't need to know. I don't need to know right now. I can handle it. Besides, most people in Japan speak some amount of English, and I do have a translator app. I know that's a really shitty way of going about it, but if it works, it works. It works, it works. There's no real point in worrying that much about it. You know, it's just another thing on the list of problems I have to deal with. You know what I mean? But one thing at a time. I want to pass that Japanese quiz test first, and then what I want to do next. Oh, there's limness around. That's why. I want to pass that Japanese test, and then move into an apartment would be really nice. Mafu lives in Tokyo, so I'm having to double check the apartments. I'm leaking him from online. Gatui said, okay, out of 10. Do you think you could send them to me? Oh, dear. Look into them yourself along with what you're currently looking into. Send them to me, guy. I'm trying to find someplace comfortable. I'm trying to find someplace with a decent amount, decently up to date, so I don't bother the shit out of people when I'm screaming and shouting during stream, you know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to do, but, you know, life's being a bit difficult right now. Apparently I'm asking for a lot, which, that's news to me, but, you know, fuck it. Okay, whatever. Whatever. OMG, Becky. Whatever. Oh, no. Come on. There he is. It is what it is. So many problems, not many solutions. And what I just want to do right now is I just want to work on art stuff. That's all I really want to do. Like, I don't want to work too much. Oh, I maybe shouldn't have summoned him without anyone nearby. SpaghettiOs. Well, you've got to go to sleep. Night, night, easy. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Come on. Oh, okay, he is not happy with my shenanigans right now. It's 1:30 a.m. over here. Jesus, guy, go to bed. Get some rest. Holy crap. You have a good night. Get some sleep, you hear? It's rough times around right now. That's the other thing that's been stressing me out. I've been paying attention to the news again, even though I shouldn't be. Thank you, Elgato. I'll check them after stream. Believe me, I will. So that way, life's at least a little bit, you know, simpler. A little bit simpler, a little bit easier. Because I could just send those to my realtor and he'll be like, oh yeah, I can contact them for you. The other problem though is, you know, I'm the whitest bred American under the sun. So some landlords are not going to want to rent to me. So that's another issue that I have to contend with. One thing at a time, though. One thing at a time. And then I'm trying to apply for the Rome campus right now because, you know, I want to go to Rome and stuff. So I'm not really sure. I was talking with a friend of mine actually, and he gave me some good advice. I just wish I knew how to act on that advice. That would be really helpful. The one near Ebisu is the one he prefers more because Ebisu Station is real nice. It's safer when he says. But the other is safe, super safe too, but slightly bigger. What I'm looking for is one that's relatively near the campus so that it's easier to go to the gym and stuff, and also it's just easier to get to my classes. Because, like, right now, a part of the reason why I'm not going to the gym today is not just because I'm going to be studying for that big fucking test, but it's because it's literally an hour for me to get to the campus. Literally. Even if I take the express train, it's still about an hour. So that's an hour going to the gym that I can't use to study because I can't study on the train. I just can't focus. Then I'll spend an hour to 3 hours just pumping weight and stuff. And then I gotta take another hour back. That's like 4 or 5 hours that I could spend studying, which I'm spent, you know, taking care of my health, granted, but I'm not studying. So yeah, when I could just do some light exercise here at home in the dorms. Well, if that's so, I need you to DM you the college location and dox yourself to you. Not yet, sir. Not yet. I've been looking around, and like I said, I'm waiting on the realtor. We have time. I don't have to be out of here until August 2nd. So there is time. There is time. I'm not that far up the creek. And also, like I said, if I can't find one within the net, if I'm like 2 weeks left in July with no prospects, I'm just buying a plane ticket, because at that point, there's no point. You know what I mean? I'm just saying so I can keep it up. No, I understand. I know. But you also gotta understand, I'm very particular about my privacy. Yeah. Yep. Brandy B, what Brandy do? And Mafo's already guessing the college name. I'm fairly certain they will be able to get it, because there's only one college in Japan that checks all the blocks I've said about this college. Like, I'm frankly surprised nobody has accidentally called it out in chat yet, which is not me encouraging people to call it out. I'm just saying Mafu probably already knows which one it is. And yes, someone who's million views per vid acknowledges you. That's I didn't need you to vocalize that. I was already doing my best to ignore that. I was already trying to ignore that. Just kind of like, just let it go, just let it go, just let it go. We already have the civilian, I can't even say that. I wonder if there's a roommate website for Japan. I think there is, but I can't do roommates. Not right now, not the way I am with my mental and everything the way it is. Like, I can't do it. I am looking at share houses to an extent, but if I have to share anything more than a kitchen and a bathroom, I'm going to murder somebody. So I think it's just best to let me be alone until I mature to the point where I can be... Actually, no, mature is a mean thing to say. Until I recover to the point where I'm more accepting of other people in my space. And the reason why I made that distinction is because as I was saying, I was talking to a friend of mine, and he brought up a lot of really good advice that I cannot deny. And he was saying that I need to learn how to love myself. Which, I mean, he's correct. I do really need to learn how to, love myself. They duplicate. So, I really need to learn how to do that. So I'm trying to be a bit less, what's the words here? I'm trying to be a lot less, I suck, me, you know what I mean? However, whatever wordage you're going to use for that, I don't really recall. So, yeah, excuse me. Yep. Ooh, give me this. I need more amber shards because I want to put, ooh, shiny. Give me that. Ottoman. I don't really care for Ottomans that much. Ottomans kind of suck. Ba-dum. What was I saying? I'm trying to be, more kind to myself. There's the word I'm looking for. I'm trying to be kinder to myself. Because I was having another depressive episode this weekend, which is also why I didn't study as much as I wanted to study. So... there's so much of A, so much of B. You know. Brandy B hanging in there, which reminds me. I have been learning a little bit in the... drawing class. One thing the professor has taught us that I thought was actually very interesting. Don't use black when you color shit in. Or at the very least, use it as sparingly as possible. The reason why is because black actually has the tendency to wash your colors the absolute fuck out. So what you want to do is you want to use darker colors, just analogous to black. Look at the difference that makes. It's likely from what he's guessing is Waseda? No. Please do not post the name in chat, Elgato. The fact that he got it wrong is actually surprising. I'm actually surprised. Waseda College, what even is that? Is that even in the same area? I don't think it is. I forgot to turn the music off. Whoopsies. You can always deny it, TBH. I mean, once you hear the name, you're going to be like, that's where he is. And I don't want people posting in chat, because other people are going to be like, aha, there he is. And then No, I don't know. Waseda. That is nowhere near it either. Oh, he was way off. I'm assuming it's a he. See, look at that. Look at the difference that makes. Makes a lot of difference. Gives it a lot more pop. A lot more pop. Which one is this in? It's under the Game Up palette. Do. There we go. See, look at that. Look at the difference that makes. Makes a lot of difference, to be honest. But so much of A, so much of B. So much of A, so much of B. I'm thinking. So next thing I need to do is we are farming out Juviri. Farming out Juviri. If you want to guess, take it to DMs or I'll have to take action. Yeah, I don't want people... I'm not uncomfortable with people knowing the college I'm at, but I am wildly uncomfortable with it. I don't want people to find the college and be like, oh, Brandier's there. It's like, I'm not important. I'm not a special guy or anything, but it's like, bruh, you know what I mean? I don't want to just kind of go to school one day and someone be like, oh, it's Brandier. And I'm going to be like, who? What? Why? You know what I mean? I don't know. I just don't want people finding me. I'm still feel bad about a lot of stuff. I'm still trying to grow past a lot of growing pains and stuff that's happened. You know what I mean? Let's see now. Oh, Lavos. The extra damage is just too tasty num-nums. So, yeah, I'm still trying to grow past a lot of stuff. And I'm not even going to confirm what college I'm going to, because like I said, I don't want people to know. Like, I know I've talked about it on stream, so it's kind of hard to pretend when it is or is not. It's just kind of like, you know... let me see here. Finisher attacks when you're moving, gain damage. Fifth shot, we're using the Plasmorph, so no. Enemies have chance to draw health orbs, doesn't matter. Critical hit, steal extra damage. There we go. That's gonna be the sauce. Oakley dokley. So, you know. You know. I want to get the Entrati Plasmor skin. That thing's gonna be so cool. Oh dear. So, yeah. I'm trying to do a lot of things right now. I'm trying to grow as a person. I'm trying to learn skills. I'm trying to figure out my life. There's a lot to figure out. And I was actually going through all of my photos the other day. All of my photos, even the ones I probably shouldn't have gone through. And I realized how much and how little I've grown over the years. And I thought it was very interesting. Damn, we're getting nothing good, are we? I realized how much I've grown in certain respects and how much I haven't grown in others. And also I realized the haircut I was rocking in the army was doing nothing for me. Nothing good. Oh boy, it's a good thing I got rid of that yee-ass haircut. Short hair and me do not get along. Which is the worst. Too many ambers, or you use too much red. I like the ambers for Arcane Energize. Frees up the Arcane slot and does other things. Yeah. What do I want to use with the Plasmor? Gas would probably do me some shenanigans. Gas would probably do some shenanigans. But so much of A, so much of B. So much of A, so much of B. Lots of growing to do. Lots of growing to do. I'm happy though with a lot of the growth I have done. I'm very happy about that. Actually, we could just do Toxin for the DOT. Heat would make sense in the short run, but not in the long run. I like the gas though because it keeps the enemies from grouping up too much on us. That's probably gonna be the best there. Yep. Yeah. So, lots of this, lots of that. I just kind of want to work on art stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I know this is the coldest take ever. I don't want to work. I really don't want to go to school. I've been going to school for almost 10 years now. Like, I've been in college since 2018. I remember I already had my electronics degree before that, which was another 3-year degree. Granted, I did that in high school, but still. Mafu recommends a place, more preferably 85 to 100K, unlike you with the 60 to 70K. I did tell the realtor to look at things in the ballpark of 90K, so we should be able to find something. We should be able to find something. But he is working with other customers, you know, I'm not his only customer. And, you know. I do have some constraints that probably make it a bit difficult to find what I'm looking for. So it's just fine. We have time. And like I said, if he starts giving me the runaround, I'm just going to go to a different realtor. Like, I'm the customer here, not the other way around. If he ain't putting out, I'll go shopping elsewhere. Simple as that, really. So I'm trying not to freak out about that, because I'm freaking out about a lot of things. I'm freaking out about drawing class, because drawing class is fucking rough as hell. I'm freaking out a little bit about the computer imaging class, less so. More because I'm trying to think of what stupid dipshit stuff I'm going to do for the last assignment. Because the last assignment is to make a magazine of the work we did during the class or a bunch of other stuff. Like basically take a whole bunch of our artwork, whether or not it's class related or not class related, and put it into a magazine. So I've been thinking about how I'm going to make the magazine really stupid, but also really good. And my thought process, right, is because another student recommended I put loss in one of my assignments. My plan is I'm going to not bleed the edges of my pages, which means they're not going to go right up into the edge. I'm going to write an article or two or something, and as a part of the design of the pages, I'm going to interlay the loss schematic behind it. So we'll see how many people catch that. I told the professor that I'm doing that because, why am I moving? Hello? There we go. I told the professor what I'm going to do, so he and I are going to see if anyone else catches on. I'm hoping they do, because it'd be way funnier if they did. And also, I don't know if you guys saw Saba's debut, if you guys know who Saba is, but a part of her debut, she had an ID card with a QR code, and if you scan the QR code, it gives you the meme aneurysm brain fart, which is just fucking hysterical. So I'm going to do something like that. I'm going to put a QR code in there. Not to Rickroll, because Rickroll is too well done. I might just steal Saba's and do the brain fart. I don't know yet. Figure something out, you know what I mean? Or I'll just link it to loss. Just to be even more obnoxious about it. You know what I mean? Rough translated. 90K is really pushing it for a good house, but it's not impossible. He's also an introvert, so he's biased to a place of quiet and close to a train station. He has less likely to watch and know his fans. Because he would get awkward. He, like me, only started music as a hobby, and he just got lucky with his views too. I feel it. Believe me, I feel. No, don't do that. I feel that. I feel that. I'm trying to stay near the train station just so I don't have to walk super far to get to the gym and to class. Because, you know, it's hot as fuck out here right now. It's some bullshit, man. It is some bullshit out here right now. It is awful. Like, even sitting in my room with the AC on 25 Celsius, it's still pretty rough. I'm not having a good time with this weather. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. So I spend as little time outside as I possibly can right now. You know. Fucking cleaning ladies coming through. I'm just kind of, yeah. I don't even remember. Oh, yeah, I was talking about the assignment. That's right. Yes! At least it isn't most of Europe with lack of AC. Yeah. I want to trash on Europe so badly right now, but you're right. You're right. And I want to trash on them because their idea of hot weather is 75 degrees fucking Fahrenheit. I'm just like, LOL, y'all suck. Until somebody brings up the fact that their houses are pretty heavily insulated, so it's actually kind of rough for them. I'm like, okay, fine. You had PTSD, just a little from the heat. Because I remember working in Korea out in this bullcrap, and it was definitely bullcrap. It was like, damn, this sucks. And wow, it still does. Can you believe it? Wow. Who would have thought? It sucks in the tropics. Yeah, it is what it is. Happy thoughts, right? Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. What was I thinking about? Oh yeah, the magazine. The magazine I'm really excited for. I'm excited for the magazine because I'm gonna get really obnoxious with it. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so funny. But the drawing class has me anxious. The Japanese class has me really anxious. 75 Fahrenheit is weak in hell in Romania. Most people think 85, 90 is hot and 30 Fahrenheit is warm. I mean, to be fair, I'm going to say 85, 95 is pretty awful in my opinion. I don't like that kind of weather. I'll grift the Europeans on that one. 85 degrees and 85 is the most I'm willing to tolerate without bitching and whining and moaning. Like it's all I can do. So yeah, 90 degrees, fuck no. I start getting a tummy ache that hot just by existing. We got that Russian winter, like Russia and Poland. How bad is it? Because I would think, you know, properly dressed and whatnot, that might not be that bad. 96 to 115 is hot. 96 to 115 is some bullshit. That's awful. I couldn't even imagine that as a humid weather. Isn't too bad, but it do get cold. I'm good with the cold. I don't miss it that much. I miss it a little bit. Excuse me. Sorry. I'm still all kinds of herpy. I think I accidentally got. I was really weird for breakfast too. I got egg toast again, but it tasted like syrup. It was really weird. I'm acclimated to the extremes better than normal temperatures. I used to be that way. Then I got old, and I was like, "Damn, this is some bullshit." I was like, "Fuck this! Awful, terrible. Miss me with this freaking bullshit." Thank you. I'm good. I don't need this anymore. I want to go to a relatively temperate climate and just freaking die in peace. I feel like that should be a pretty cold take. But, you know, it's probably not. Oh, well. Oh, well. I'd sweat more at 75, but not at 95. How does that work? Since literally one's hotter than the other. Is somebody using the Simulor? Yes, they are. Why are they using the Simulor? It's definitely a new one to be sure. Hell, if it snows out, I still walk around in shorts and flip-flops if the snow's in New. Oh yeah, I still do that too. Like, winter's not that bad, especially low humidity, dry, cold winter. As long as the wind isn't blowing, that's not really bad. So I'll agree to that one for the winter, unless it's like negatives. When you start getting into the negative territory in winter, then it becomes kind of problematic. You know what I mean? Then it's like, no. Like, dude, stepping outside in negative 20 degrees, there's something visceral about that where my body is just like, you do not belong here. Oh, man. I remember that. There's something special about that kind of cold where your body just says, you do not belong out here. Get out. So, yeah, that's definitely a thing. I'm trying to think more word speak. I want to do more character stuff too, because I saw that Valkyr meme Kado posted in the Discord, and I was like, damn. That kind of looks sick as fuck. Just the way the art was drawn and everything, I was like, damn, that's actually kind of sick as fuck. So I would like to do just a Valkyrie fan art, just because, right? I think I have a pose all picked out and everything, and I want to work on that. Like, every time I turn on the drawing tablet, I'm like, I need to work on the model, I need to work on studying, I need to work on this, I need to work on that. It's like, oh, blah, 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 blah. I'm really anxious for that test today, the spoken test. Because we have to read Japanese and kanji, which I can sort of do. The kanji, not at all. I'm like super fucked on the kanji. And then we need to have a very basic conversation. We need to ask what we did over the weekend. We need to ask what we did on a day of the week. We need to invite each other out on a thing. And I remember how to invite people. You know, you use the negative form as a question. But I'm worried about them using a word. Like, I can remember the verbs, okay? I can remember the verbs. I can memorize certain kanji enough to fumble fuck my way to the finish line. But it's the actual nouns and stuff that I struggle with. Like, remembering certain individual words. Like, I still can't remember, I think it's kasami or something. I still have a lot of trouble with cafe. Because we never directly studied cafe. They just kind of assumed you know it. I can remember kohi. And I can remember, like, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I think it's asa gohan. Lunch is... Well, I know dinner is... Crap, my memory's failing me. You see, this is what I'm struggling with. As I start thinking about it, I just completely brain dump everything. And I'm like, fuck. It's asa gohan, kobahan, or something, and... What's the word? I'm breaking out the book. I'm breaking out the book. Where's it at? No, it's on lesson 3. Of course it's on lesson 3. Why wouldn't it be? Asa Gohan, Hiru Gohan, and that's Ban Gohan. There we go. See, I still struggle with words. I struggle a lot with various words. I think it's really a useful skill when you're doing Japanese was finding alternate ways to say the same thing. That's what I used to do. I used to do that in, I literally do that for English, because actually I had a lot of trouble learning English as a kid, like a lot of difficulties learning English. So, for instance, like there, and there, if you listen really closely, you can actually hear that I pronounce the 3 theirs differently. So I use that to be my way of remembering them. I do the same thing with 2 and 2. I will pronounce them differently. So, like, I'll emphasize the W a little bit more if I'm thinking of the number 2, and I'll elongate it if I'm using, I don't think I elongate it. I think I emphasize it now when I'm doing 00. So that's how I remember that stuff, you know what I mean? Hiro Gohan, so it's like that. Let me check, because I was reading the hiragana, not the actual kanji for it. We haven't gone over the kanji for that yet. We're still really early on. It's fucking lesson 3. I need to put bookmarks in this so I can open these pages faster. Yeah, that is Hiro Gohan. One of the bare bone basics I can comprehend with kanji. I hate kanji so much. I already fucking hate this shit. Corrosive damage. Thank you. So, it's been a bit of a struggle, though. It's been a bit of a struggle. I can fail the test and still pass the class. Obviously, I don't want to fail the class. It's my own ego. Now you know why I quit learning it. Now you know why I'm struggling it and why I'm not super hooper duper set on staying in Japan. Because I know this is going to be a struggle for me long term. Like, I know I speak English really well. I need you to understand my worst class in school, all of school, was always spelling. I was trash at spelling class. And this is that all over again. You can only speak it verbally. I can read it, kind of. I can read, I can mostly decipher what a sentence says based on certain things. That guy is using an Omni-Man cosplay. Honestly, I hate speaking Japanese because you use your vocal cords in a way you sound younger and feminine. I don't like the amount of emphasis you need because I have difficulties with emphasis. So I don't like Japanese. I get why other people like it. I understand. I don't like it. I do not like it. It is not great for me. So it's definitely been a bit of a struggle bus. A lot of this has been a struggle for me. I've had less issues with because of Romanian. I have a lot of difficulties with that because I normally speak pretty monotone because I'm a very emotional person. Like, I just emote. By default, I normally emote a fuck ton as a person. And I got made fun of for that all the time in high school. I remember my bullies were on a different level. So I just learned how to stop showing my emotions with my face or allowing them to drip into my voice. So now I'm very monotone and stoic, even though I still feel the same amount. So not great. So I have a lot of difficulty. So that, give me the arch gun, thank you. What we can do now is we can pop this into a blast build. And where's big guy? Hello. No. Come on. Oh, it didn't fire it off, that's why. But yeah, so this Japanese stuff is basically spelling class all over again, and I fucking hate it. Because the way I learned spelling as a kid was I would spend hours, and I mean this unironically, I would spend hours just writing out the words until I memorized them. Literally hours. I would fill up notebooks with the words of whatever day of the week it was. Just so I could barely learn that crap. It's so bad. And the way I got better at spelling was I just started reading books all the time after a bit. And that's how I learned how to spell fucking anything. I became really good at it. I can't really do that when I'm learning a whole ass new language. So, fuck. Spanish and Romanian, I have a naturally deeper voice. In Korean, I sound a tad more like a teen, so less of a child when you use English. Love how languages will affect how you sound sometimes. I'm just suffering. I hate this shit. I wish I didn't need to learn Japanese. And if I end up going to Italy, I have to take Italian 101. Which is going to be easier than Japanese because Italian does share roots with English, but not that much easier. So the struggle is real. The struggle is real. Mate, shake my damn head. Disc. I wish we could do these missions a little faster so I could get the Scuttler husks faster. I'm loving the Pathos camps because now I have all the Duviri weapons. Good way to practice is to go to the store with a notebook on hand, and when you want to thank the cashier asking for certain stuff, is so they know you're trying to learn and be nice about it. Sometimes they will correct you. I'm basically dipshit foreigner, so they already do that. Like I can ask in very basic ways, like Doko desu ka, frickin', where's the new site? I love sites. Yeah. I had someone went out of Maid Cafe for Sydney for an Asian costume. Oh. Like, I went to the conveni the other day to pay my taxes because we get taxes in the mail and you have to pay for them in cash, which is super, super annoying. It's going to sound kind of shitty. I understand how people can live in Japan for so long without learning Japanese. Because you can mime your way through 99% of things. Like, I showed up. I said, no, which is kind of like, excuse me, but not really. I held up the slip and he was like, oh, okay. And he just started doing the fucking thing. I was like, hell yeah. I gave him the money. He gave me the change. I was like, okie dokie. Wow, crazy. Meow. Capitalism. It works. Oh, dear. I don't think these blueprints drop. I'm not sure. I'm not super duper sure. We can buy the last of Araxia's stuff. It was easier for me because we got a big Asian community, and you already was told by me I grew up in an Asian ghetto, so yeah, I had to learn a few words early on. Well, yeah, it's easier for you. I'm just suffering out here. I only know one language. Maybe two, if you consider Army to be a language. So, your boy be struggling. Your boy be struggling a lot. String, canola sprout, and agrostone. Agrostone's pretty easy to get your hands on. The canola sprout is too. We could probably build the spinneret soon. I want to get this though. I really want to get this. This is what I'm interested in. This is just powerful. I already know it's powerful. I want this. Fire a volley of toxin-laced barbs, or drop a cluster snare that scatters an impact, seizing nearby enemies and dragging them together. Toxin damage, like, I look at it and I'm like, these stats aren't really that great. So I'm very curious to see where the sauce is, you know what I mean? Also, it's the first throwing weapon we've had in a long time. Army language is tracking. Already understand. Understood. Okay, fine. Roger. SFC, please fuck off. Yep. But I mean the other armies. Like how me calling you a dipshit motherfucker is a compliment more than anything. But also calling you a dipshit motherfucker is one of the blackest insults I can think of. Kind of a little bit of A, a little bit of B on that department. Yep. Octopede. I'm thinking right now. I'm trying to do math in my head. Like, we could buy these together and that's all we have. Or we could buy these together. We're gonna wait on Orexia. I really like her subsumability, but I don't like it that much. You know what I mean? Okay. So now we have these. We need a bunch of canola sprouts and a bunch of agrostone. So you have the blueprint. I'm thinking. So canola and that return Dominus Aurelius. You just wait to purchase. Whoopsies, my bad. Because you get all the BPs from Duviri runs. I know, but I want to get them sooner because I'm having fun. Oh, you could just buy Pathos clamps. Okay. Very nice. How much will these cost? 23, 23, 23 as well. I don't like the Mohawk very much. I kind of like this one. This one's kind of actually sick. This one I'm not sure how I feel about. I'm not sure how I feel about the hands. The hands, I don't know. Like, look, they even have black nail polish. I'm not sure how I feel about that quite yet. Don't put your hands in your head. It'll be fine. Calling a Puerto Rican a redneck is a compliment because that means they're really creative at finding solutions with whatever is at hand. Calling a redneck in certain parts of the United States is a compliment as well because it means they're hard workers. So, yeah, I learned how to insult rednecks properly because high school was a rough time. Yeah, if you're going to be insulting the local populace, you might as well insult them properly. So we need canola sprout and agrostone to start building. Hard workers for Americans, but creative problem solvers for Puerto Ricans. Yeah. Both are technically a compliment, but it depends on where you're at in the US. Otherwise, other people will think it's an insult. Arkansas is full of X. Oh, yeah, it is. I remember. Because I used to live in Arkansas for a little bit. And I love calling it Arkansas because it pisses off Arkansans. I love doing that just to upset them. Fun fact, it's actually illegal to call it Arkansas. Worse than Alabama, who's already known for that shit. Exactly. See, you get it. Oh, dear. We need canola sprouts and stone. We're going to grab, it doesn't matter who. We're also going to swap out the weapon I'm using because I don't like this weapon. We're going to bring the sword and board. Thank you. And we're just going to grab our weapons because we're only here for one thing. Actually, give me this. Yeah, give me that. Viper, and we're off. So canola and the words, canola and agrostone. Agrostone, I'm fairly certain you can get from fishing. Pretty sure you can. I might be mistaken about that. It's been a while since I've done this. Yeah. Yep. It's been a while since I've done a fishing too. I'm not sure how I feel about the Duviri fishing mission, you know what I mean? I'm not really sure how I feel about it at all. It's not bad, but it's not great either. I don't like having to chase down the fish and how often you can miss the dash, you know what I mean? There we go. Missing the dash feels bad too. The people from Arkansas, hang on. I'm fishing right now. Come here, fish. Come here. Yeah, there we go. The people from our coleslaw always get offended but clamp up because they can't defend themselves because they know. Here, we'll leave a fart cloud around. We also needed a couple mob fangs for something or another. I don't really recall what. You get fish now. Ooh, okay. I see you, DE. I see you. I'll probably just have to do Duviri runs in general. That's probably what I'm gonna have to do to get those gauntlets. Can you just buy? I'm fairly certain you could buy materia from what's her face? I don't remember. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've done any farming in Duviri, you know? It's been a bit. Kovnik. Sounds sounds Russian. EDA this week is assassination. Isn't that for Octopede Boss? Oh, is that good or bad? I'm not sure. What's the what are the modifiers? Architects you sell materials for origin, system mats and decorations. I want Duviri materials and decorations. Canola sprout, canola. Oop, thank you. If I remember correctly, you get these through near watery areas. Kovic. Yeah, I might just have to do. I might just have to do this off stream one day. Because otherwise, it's gonna be me running around Duviri. I have one friend from there who had a cousin recently got married, and he was joking when I said, "So how close are you really?" He said, "Deadass, that's actually like their cousin, fifth removed." Oh boy. There's a decree for double resources. The problem is getting that decree. And getting it before you've used up all the resource nodes. Because I'm not sure if they respawn. I don't think they respawn in mission. So, yeah. Yep. Let's feed this mom back out and do our leaky digital shenanigans. Fish. See, I don't like how you can just miss them like that, because I saw us very specifically smacking the two of them. Bruh. Take a look, we'll smack into three of them and we'll only catch two. Come on, come here. Thank you. Come on. Fish. I also wish they'd add some new fish tanks or something. You know what I mean? I want more customization stuff. I want more player housing customization. You know what I mean? Like, I wish they'd give us the tools for customization that they gave to the clans. That'd be nice. Law can be redone repeatedly for resources. Don't need a new node for fangs. Yeah, but that's fangs. That's fangs and scales. What is this? Read the Peregrine's Lost Home? Birdie! Sure, I didn't know this was a thing, but I'll take it. I will absolutely take a free W. And Birdie should be happy. Become so synonymous that getting specific decrees wasn't much trouble for me, but unfortunately, that means spending time in Duviri. I don't have an issue with spending time in Duviri. I have an issue with being boring on stream. Which may be something that I have to mature about. Which, because I want to get more Duviri decorations, because Duviri has some pretty slappy decorations. Some of them are like really slappy. You can't argue with me. And I saw a guide for customizing your orbiter / your dormizome / 1999 back rooms. They used a lot of Duviri decorations, which makes me really envious, because it's not easy to get your hands on those, because you need to do Duviri to get more Duviri stuff. And I kind of burnt out on Duviri farming for all the swag nasty, what are they called? Incarnate weapons. So, I never spent a whole lot of time in Duviri. Just complete the spiral if you want resource decree. I don't want to. Also, taking into account that this is raid spiral, so you can fight Clairvo for any other decree. Actually, save that for post-worm or when you're really strong. That'd actually be a good idea, because I've been meaning to farm out Clairvo's shotgun for the longest time, because it's a really good shotgun. Like, we agree on that. That shotgun is really snazzy for certain things. I don't remember what they are, but I wanted to experiment with it. I think it's really good for, what are they called? Crap, I'm trying to remember. The words aren't wording properly. Come here. Hello! Stop running. I wish the pistol was better in Duviri as well, because these guys are the absolute worst, and I hate them. Because they're always backing away. And I'm okay. You jumped to your death, so that's fine. That's fine. Whatever. Clearvo's easy as fuck. Fuck you mean? Rudda is so fun. It works with the Exalted. It does work with the Exalted. That's why I like it. That's why I want to get more. That's why I want to kind of experiment with it. Plus, it's just a decent shotgun on its own. I've been debating on buying it with platinum, so I don't have to worry about it that much. But it feels like a waste of platinum. You know what I mean? Especially when Clervo Prime is due in like a year or two. And I don't even use shotguns that much. If you got a Schwarzman hand, you can shred for decrees. I don't, but I may be convinced to learn it. And there he goes again. Wouldn't mind doing that. I'm hoping to get more of the birdies currency too, because that's how you get like the good stuff. You know what I mean? That's how you get the good decos, really good ones. Problem is, you have to do an actual like puzzle. Oh, it's Comey! Ah, I know the secret for this game. Can get Clervo Umbra instead. If DE allows for that, that'd be nice. Enigma puzzles, yeah, those. Let's see if we can trick the AI. We just have to trick the AI into going this way. It's not allowing itself to be tricked though, and that's very annoying. I don't like Comey. Comey is very annoying. So I haven't done many of the Enigma puzzles because I haven't done many of the Enigma puzzles. We're probably going to lose this. This fucking rabbit creature thing is going to beat my ass. Yeah, it's going to win. You did too high if I call for Comey. Do I have to do like in here for it to work properly? Because if so, that's like super obnoxious. Okay, so now will it work? The answer survey says, because the AI is not great for Comey. If you can just get it right, think so, and shift it to the right to not go up. We'll figure this out. All right. I've never been, what's the word here? I've never been good at this kind of game. There is a game like Comey in real life. I don't remember what it's called, but it's pretty okay. If you spot 2 Archer decks in one Nikata group, kill them for another degree. Groups of 5 decks is also a degree. Gotcha. Gotcha. We are juggling super hard right now. Have fun. Oh. We might do this. Come on. Or Shogi. It's called Go. I don't remember what it's called. I remember a game kind of like Comey, except instead of capturing them, you flip them. If that makes any sense whatsoever. It probably doesn't, but it makes sense to me. But I'm also massively stupid, and this game is going on forever. Can I capture these? I don't even know how to capture them anymore. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, let's try again. So, what did you say? You said it was too high. You did too high if I recall. I think so. Shift it to the right to not go up. That's Clubhouse 51 games. I think so. It's been so long. It's been such a long time. I couldn't even tell you. So, yeah. Yep. Can I just go this way? It's been a long time since I've had to do this. If you don't want to get captured, connect your stones together. I'm connecting them, but it keeps capturing them anyways. It's really annoying. Kind of like that. Or like that. Come on. Can I go over here? I don't know why it's doing that. I just capture like this. Individual stones are weak, presumably. Which is also why I don't understand what it is doing right now. The AI is being very strange. Very strange. If you knucklehead through, you could probably just capture that row. That's the plan! If it'll let me. Is it going to let me? I'm not sure if it's going to. There we go. And now we just need to figure out how to capture the rest. Which we can actually probably do... Come on. If we knucklehead through again, we can probably snag this group. Maybe. That's the hope. That row on the bottom, if you prevent eviction, you can capture it. So we just have to pray it doesn't go right there. Or right there. Yeah, and there it goes. I don't like Comey. Comey is fun. I'm not having fun. I think I'm having the opposite of fun right now. Just a thought. Just a thought. Kind of like that. Is it about to capture my bits? I don't like that. This is why I don't like Comey. Hang on. We only need one more rock, too. That's the worst part. Come on, give me a rock. Give me a rock. But yeah, the cheese has been sent. Good. I shall gaze upon the cheese. Because this is really annoying and I'm not having fun right now. I don't like Comey. Oh, okay, so you just start at the bottom. Okay. I see now. Do this again. Got plenty of space to do it. I'm stupid, though. So let's do this instead. Let's wait for it to do something dumb. Yeah, because it's going to do that. I don't think I can capture from here. I think all I can do is just stall it out right now. So we'll wait until I either win or lose, and we'll go from there. Because I think I can stall it out here. You need to wait for Soul to fuck up. You've got more time. Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think I have to do. Ah! Holy crap! Holy balls! Finally! I was about to concede too. I was getting. Okay. Every second you move, game after rolling, critical damage multiplier. There we go. So let's see what else we can go up here. Is that canola? That is not a cannoli. That's actually, hey, look, it's dipshit. There you go. And there's our double drops. Fabulous. I'm glad they made that a common, actually. They didn't have to wait that long. Try trees anyways right now to show for synth. After we find another Comey board, so that way we get drops. Because I don't... Can you get drops over and over again from doing the same board? I don't know. It'd be nice if you could. Track route. I want them to do morph to vary. Expand. More game. Is this a race? What is this? Talk. You trick it into playing the same row one above and then capture them all at once. That's what I was trying to do. What are we doing here? Challenge accepted? Oh, okay. No, it's a... Is this a race or a herd? Okay, it's a race. Okay. This game sometimes, man. Whatever. I'm trying to word speak. And it didn't auto-reload, so that's great too. This game sometimes, dude. Sometimes this game do be driving me up the wall. It's not like we're close to losing. I just like my perfect game. You know what I mean? You sacrifice 1p at the start. No, I wouldn't know. It actually stays at the bottom while you're on the second row. Once we find another Comey board, we'll try it out. Come on. Yes. They made the Kaith races a lot harder than they used to be. Come on. There we go. Reload, please. Thank you. That. Oh. Comes for piercing. Very nice. Very nice. Herding crubbies are tied to a child. Huh? I have no clue. If you spot a table and an operator spawns in, there's another quick decree. Lots of decrees around, isn't there? I really need to learn more about Duviri and actually farm it in its entirety. This is just kind of one of those content islands I never like super duper vibed with though, you know what I mean? We're almost done though. With this at least. Thank you. And there we go. Free decree. Critical damage is double. Thank you. Talk to some kid. They'll start the hurting side quest. I don't like the hurting side quest very much, though. I know it's a free, easy one. It's just kind of... I've never really liked that one. You know what I mean? Because the AI can be a little finicky at times. It's one of the old characters. Nothing new. That's a lot. Oh, Enigma puzzle. So you... Yeah, that one. So we can pop that like that. Excuse you. Go away, sir. Please go away. Why are you still here? Thank you. I hate how these guys just pop in. Come on. Oh, hang on. We can just do this the easy way. I love how powerful the warframes are. They just show up and you basically win instantly. That's very nice. Then don't talk to children. I don't talk to children anyways. I do not like kids. No, sir. Come on. Thank you. Give me that. No, 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 no. I don't like kids anyways. Kids fucking suck. And talking to them is a great way to get in trouble for shit that you didn't do. Huh. Why is it not doing the thing? Oh, because I need to find the other one and then throw it in. That's okay. Hurting is just tedious? Exactly. That's why I don't like doing it. It's why I don't normally do stuff in Duviri like this, because now I'm just searching around for that last little bit for the puzzle. And I already have the Cinta, by the way, because I bought it from somebody, so we don't need to worry about buying the Cinta or getting the Cinta parts, whatever. Where's it at? Ah, right here. How do I open it? Bruh, you're already in trouble. You sentenced to external execution. Just shoot it. Shiny part. Ah, there you go. Thank you. Whew. See, once you learn the puzzles, I bet this is nice and easy. And we need whatever that bottom one is. Why did they just rainbow me? Oh, it's firing lasers at me now. That's unfortunate. Stop that. Bruh. Oh, there we go. 50% more damage, 200% more rare recrease. Sure. You uncompleted. No, no, no. We're good. We're good. See? We even got 2 Enigma Gyrum, which... That was another thing that turned me off from doing this, was how few of those you actually get at one time. Enigma puzzles are lame. Probably. Yeah, probably Thrax. Well, maybe not. I don't know. He has his own likeness carved into his currency. What? So, I don't know. I just be here. No, go away. Are you gonna let me talk? No, he's not gonna let me talk. Okay. That's fine. Can I get more canola? Can I get more canola oil, please? I know we need to be near water for it, but I don't really remember where on the map I'm at. Also, these nerds. Hello. Hi. You guys want to just kind of die for me? Thank you. Daisuke. You die. Thank you. My other issue with the Japanese quiz, by the way, is I don't like how we're not allowed to have an open book test. Like, I'm learning a new language, right, in a very low amount of time. You would think they would allow us to open book some of this, because we're still learning and we're trying to learn at an accelerated rate. You'd think they'd be a little bit more patient about that. You know what I mean? My biggest issue with Duviri is how it often swaps between black and white and colors. Me too, because it's like a lot harder than it needs to be to appreciate how the environment actually looks. That's really annoying. I feel that. Yeah. I feel that. It's a really cool visual design. It gets really fucking annoying though. You know? It gets really annoying. Is this Agrostone? Yes, it is. Okay. Agrostone, don't forget your power strike. You'll usually kill one enemy out. Usually. I always forget to use those, so. Yao shrub. The shrub. Give me a shrub. Oh, and some enemies. Here, can I just... I missed it. Whiffed it. That's why I don't like relying on it. Goodbye. No, 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 no. I remember when the meta was just spam heavy attack on the hammer. That used to be the jam. Way back in the day. Give me shiny, Sylphia, some Yao Shrub again. I know there's a chest up here someplace. Yeah, right over here. Over here is normally a freebie too. I like that the chests also drop resources. That's also pretty nice. Yeah, this chest right here. All you gotta do is kill a couple of enemies. Used to be just, oh, this guy. Yeah, this guy. Thank you. Very nice. Very nice. Yep. Bum, 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 bum. Just gonna grab 3 rerolls so we can burn through it a little bit faster. And sometimes a chest spawns down here. I remember this area better because I was always farming out Yao Shrubs because the Incarnants I really wanted were Yao Shrubs, and Yao Shrubs only spawn in this area. So I found a lot of shenanigans around here. There should be a chest right over there sometimes. It doesn't always spawn in, but it sometimes does. Like right over here. So this one didn't spawn in, but another one might have. They're always in like really weird locations too, just like at the edge. Dude, the Tower Power one, I hate that one. Where's even that? Oh, it's over there, I see. Yeah, I might as well. Hop. And hop. Hop, that one's locked in. It's shooting stationary targets. I remember at one point, if you didn't do them fast enough, they'd reset themselves, and that chafed my balls. Or that might have been lag. Which it might have. No, it didn't. Do I have to wait? Hang on. No, there is a time limit. I was right. Come on. Yeah, okay, there we go. There we go. We're learning. Y'all are teaching me how to fucking not suck at Duviri. And I appreciate it, by the way. Thank you. How's the game lagging right now? Excuse me. So, yeah. I want to at least grab enough agrostone and canola to start building that one component for the stuff. That at the very least one, and then I can farm out the rest of it off stream. Yeah, shrub. Let's see if we can find the thing I'm looking for. Canola spawns nearby his water. I recall. We're also looking for that chest right now because I want the chest. Just because you know I get distracted easily. So very easily. The chest might have not spawned in though. It doesn't look like it did. Sag. Sag. Here's Colervo's apartment. Does canola spawn around here? I remember something did. Something kind of sort of useful. Aside from, you know, his stuff. If you want to craft Colervo, you'll need Mag, the cactus. I'm not crafting him, fuck that. And I think I've already walled him anyways, so even if I haven't walled him, I don't really care. But I do need his shotgun. We have transference up. I think he's not multi-phase, so we should be able to handle him pretty swiftly. Let's find out. No ball ass? Oh, does he not spawn in until you kill the worm? He's 3-phase? Who is this? Well, who is constructing the extrasolar rail between Pluto and Town? Elite group of servants at 7. A hardy strain of Grenier Void Engineers. Okie dokie. Awesome, that did a whole lot of nothing. Did a whole fucking lot of nothing. Well, either way, he's not here right now. That might mean Colervo killing part is required quest. Then we're not gonna worry about it right now. Let's see. Body of water, body of water, body of water over here. This is probably where the most canola oil spawns. Somewhere around here, maybe. Let's see now. There's agrostone, which we do need. Canola oil, this thing. Kovnik. Where's it at? Where's it at? It's gonna be around here someplace. Because I remember the falls. Yeah, this area. This area has a lot of them spawn in. Normally, give me more stone, give me more rocks. And I see a chest. Hang on. Hang on. Let me pop up the chest. Hello, sir. You heard about our Lord and Savior Mace? Bonk. Oh, he just flew away. I love that. Give me that. Thank you. Oh, I forgot to open the chest. Oopsies. My bad. Your first shot inflicting heavy attacks? Sure. So I'm just going to keep spamming heavy attacks now. Canola oil right over here. Ah, thank you. Ooh, 16. Canola down here. Yeah, this area is like the best for this stuff. Some sunflower. What is this? Is this that's just another lore book. Don't really care about lore books right now. No. More rocks. Rock and roll. Sometimes spawns in low ground areas too. Sometimes. Not a lot though. Kovnik. Nothing over there. You normally see this stuff pretty far out too. This is my issue, is it doesn't respawn, so after a while you kind of use up all of your spawns for a given day. And then you just have to back out and go back in, which is just tedious. You know what I mean? It's just tedious when they do that. Here, give me this chest. Still near water. No, I know. Hello! Ah, I whiffed that. Thank you. And he's gone. Grandier, go to the bloody Logan. I'm going to the bloody Logan. Come down. I'm going. Down here, right? Way down here. I'm going. I was going to go to the high ground, but there's probably some down here too. Yep, right there. And is that a chest? It's a chest. I like a treasure chest. Doo-dah. There we go. I like these chests. I like this puzzle. The Deviri puzzle's nice. They even gave us a canola sprout. The detection area is another decree. Detection area? Oh, this one? How do you do this one? Am I supposed to just sneak up on it? Oh, looks like I'm supposed to. Fair enough. Sneak up or get spotted and shoot the orbs. Huh. I didn't know that was how you did that one. I was just ignored it because I hate the kid. Although it doesn't appear to be giving me a shiny. I see canola. I'm not seeing a shiny, so I'm disappointed. It's marked on my HUD. Okay, give me a second. Thank you. Over here. No, this is a power. Oh, this thing. This thing. Thank you. Shiny. 330 attack against some toxin. Give me this. And now we have the canola sprouts. So we'll do one thing, get a decree so it saves, and give me this as well. More rocks. We need to get another decree so it'll save. And then we can leave. Because they never programmed in a proper way to just leave with your winnings from Deviri. They made it an open world, but like not an open world. Which is super annoying. There you go. Just for that. Go, la-di-da. So now we should keep all of our resources. That was one thing that always upset me about Deviri, was that you could leave and not keep all your resources. It's like, bruh. Ooh, stretch 1. Oh, stretch 2. Sure hope it worked. It should have. If it didn't, I'll just rage quit. It'll be fine. Excuse me. And also the day cycled over. Why do I have messages? Oh, the year rolled over. Lean. No. Stop that. Thank you. Okay. I've been meaning to reset the year too, so I could go fix the new folks. I just keep forgetting to because, you know, reasons. Cytoid. Yes, sir. The rocks, the barrel. One of the barrels specifically. So those two go in. 12 hours later, I'll farm out the rest of that off stream when I'm expressoed again. Fabulous. So next thing's next. We need to go grab our ribbon mods. I'm hoping for a big scythe ribbon, because you know I love ribbons. I gamble, but I don't like it that much. Not there. We're going to the Iron Wake first. Thank you. I'm so sick and tired of this Japanese class though. Like it's the big thing on my mind right now. Aside from, you know, getting the apartment, because the Krampus won't let us stay in the dorms for some fucking reason. Super annoying. Super duper annoying. I should be able to find something. I just hope it's something comfortable. You know what I mean? Ribbon mod. It is a rifle ribbon. Ribbon mod. It is a pistol ribbon. Give me some Kuva. Kuva. Do. Bad da da da. You can tell I'm going crazy. Excuse me. Excuse me. Strata relay. Yeah. I don't really want to go to school anymore though. I kind of just want to buy a house, go live in whatever hole I dig myself into in that house, do art stuff, do stream stuff, until I feel better. However long that takes. Unfortunately, I don't think that is necessarily in the cards for me, ever. Riven Cypher, thank you. Bunch of Kuva, please, and thank you. So, no melee Riven mod, unfortunately. 2 primary adapters, thank you. I like keeping 2 on hand at a given time. Disappointing, though. Disappointing. Yeah. Yep. I wish there was a better way to get Riven ciphers too, because I don't like doing the Riven the Riven missions can be a bit tedious at times, you know? Karak. I don't want to cipher this one because 65 enemies with a bleeding dragon key is nothing. It's less than nothing. Riven mod. I'm not going to do shotgun ribbons because I cannot be bothered. Rifle ribbons. Let's see now. What's the mission? The mission is... Yep, that one's getting ciphered. Not dealing with that. Okay. What's a good roll for the Torrid? Interesting. Might be able to make some money off of that. If we re-rolled enough times, we might be able to make some good money. Because I'm not going to use the Torrid. I don't like the Torrid as a weapon. I'm just not a fan of it. 7,000 platinum, multi-shot, crit, and crit. So, multi-shot, crit. Ooh, I have 400,000 Kuva. So, let's see if we can farm out some platinum real fast, yeah? Even though we don't really need it. Cold. Play those negative damage. So, multi-shot, crit. That's what you want for a Torrid with obviously a harmless negative. What do you think we can cook up here? Can we cook up anything in particular? Ammo max up, plus crit chance. We're already getting someplace. I really wish they'd let you lock different things. Damage and heat, probably better. Multi-shot, crit. I think we have a lot of Kuva. So, and those are god rolls, like 7,000 starting price. Actual insanity. How much do you think we could get for it pretty easily? 1,000, 1,800. We could probably get a good amount pretty easily if we can just get those 3 stats. 800 seems to be the south end. A lot of people, excuse me, a lot of people look like they want to go plus thousands. So I'd probably sell it for about 1,000, maybe less. See if I could get away with that. Would be nice. I'm not going to use it because I'm not a fan of the Torrid, to be honest. It's not a weapon I'm particularly, vibe with. Critical damage. Actually, no, the multi-shot damage is probably better. I wonder, I also wish there's just a faster way you could cycle through this and do this. Regarding your art photo, I'm working to give you a heads up about art photo 1 course. Oh, that's the professor for the next, for photography. Which reminds me, I need to buy a better lens. The good news is, once this semester ends, we have another month-long break. So I'll be able to chill, we'll be able to do some art shenanigans, I'll be able to do longer-ish streams again for a little bit. We'll have some options. I should be moved into a new apartment by then. Or I'll be living at Mama Brandy's again, and my depression will be a lot worse. So, we'll see what happens. Yep. Weapon recoil. How do you even get recoil on a laser, by the way? How do you space laser at that? Reload, It's probably throwing plasma or something. Superheated bodily fluids with an infested weapon. I don't know. Weapon recoil, Let's turn some music on so we can have something in the background here. Yeah. 400,000 Kuva. Crit chance, crit damage. This has to be worth something. If we can get multi-shots, I would be willing to try and sell this. I wonder how much people would buy it for, actually. Does anyone want to buy it by chance? Any offers? One other thing I want to work on is I want to work on stream stuff as well. I want to work on some new channel panels. I want to work on some new background stuff. I have an idea for the background image again. A lot of stuff I want to work on, especially as I get, a bit more comfortable working on art-related stuff. I really want to do... I just want to do more stuff, you know what I mean? It's soothing and relaxing. My back hurts, by the way. Multi-shot, punch through. It's comfortable doing, art stuff. It makes me feel less bad. Not good, but, less bad. Not as awful as I ordinarily feel. I wonder. We'll just see what people think about that. Just because. Keep rerolling it. Nobody's probably going to message us, so it's fine. But, yeah. Yep. Critical chance. See, I would think critical chance and SAS chance would be pretty good, but apparently not. Apparently not for the Incarnatorrid. Punch through, weapon recoil. Oh, somebody responded. To be honest, I don't know. I see people doing upwards of 1,000 for multi plus crit and STD. I'm missing multi, so 500 sound reasonable. See what they say to do a 500. 500 sounds pretty reasonable to me. Pretty good amount. See what he says. Yeah, I'm starting to feel kind of tired though since I had a light breakfast. Been trying to drink more water lately too. Hydrate a bit better. So normally after I start feeling a bit more woken up for the day, I'll just glug a bunch of water all at once. It is what it is. It is what it is. Ribbon. See what he says. I figured he wouldn't want it anymore. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing well, by the way. Hope everyone's staying safe. I don't want to go back to the US right now because I'm really scared of what's happening out there. Nervous about a lot of things. Been having a lot on my mind lately, I guess. Yeah. Yep. Been having a lot on my mind. So it is. It is what it is. Hopefully this guy will take the 500. Be very nice if he did. I can't wait till Valkyrie Heirloom comes out too. It's gonna be so great. It's Warframe. Or I got really nothing to say too. I'm always used to just kind of chatting. You know, just going on and on. Give him a second while we wait for that. Let's see what Nightwave has for us. 500 enemies, 1,000 Necrovault. I want to get the new simular augments soon. I'm very curious about this. I've never gotten a lot of use out of the simular, so I'd really like to. And maybe the Athodai a little bit too, just because. You know, and some extra forma wouldn't hurt very much, would it? I don't think it would. Have that. Access advantage. I should upgrade this Cyclox sometime. See what he says. No go. Let's see some singularity next. I've been collecting basically everything, haven't I? This helmet is awful. I hate this helmet. Like, the claws are cool, and it's just not cool anymore. Metamorphic Magazine, Kuva. I thought I had this skin. I don't like it anyways. It's too shiny. It's too loud. Dark Dagger Blueprint, critical mutation, each kill increases critical chance. That's for the Catalyst. Tigris. Yeah, nothing really good came out. Enemy radar, but who gives a crap about that, right? Nope. Oh, he ain't happy. Fair enough. I guess we'll go back to re-rolling it. Since he doesn't look like he's interested. Whatever. Torrid. Back to the re-roll board, ladies and gentlemen. See if I can cook anything up. Hopefully, I would buy for 400 right now if you're down. Sure. I'm gonna use it anyway. I'll invite. Oh, come on. Thank you. I hate how it'll do that. Well, he invited me anyways. Okie dokie. Fair enough. 400's not 500, but at least I don't have to waste any more Kuva on a nothing. Yeah. Yep. I love Warframe. I just wish there was more to do. You know? I was looking at games from the Steam. Ooh, this place is nice. Oh, they got stairs. Oh no, these are special stairs. Look at that. Meow. I really want to do stuff like this eventually. I mean, eventually as though, I mean, I can. I just don't have the patience or the, what's the word here? I don't have the patience or the, vision to do it quite yet. Offer. Hello. Trade, thank you. So that's 400 platinum. We don't gotta worry about. Thank you. Fabulous. Okay. I don't really want to spend that money on anything right now. I've just been saving it for a while. Is there anything we could want? Beside, well, there are orbiter decorations I've been wanting for a bit. I just haven't bought any of them because, like, why? I don't like this skin. I don't like the Aphrodite skin. The Aphrodite skin, excuse me, is not great to me. I kind of like the Scuttler. I want this. I want this. I just wish it wasn't strictly for the Plasmor. You know what I mean? That'd be nice. If you could use it on other shotguns, it'd be like, perfect. I do also like these glasses. I've always liked these round lens kind of glasses. You can see my face in them. Look at that. I've always liked those kind of round lens glasses, and I used to have glasses like these as a kid. I thought they were the coolest thing ever. And then they broke. Sad. Mama Brandier wouldn't get me new ones because apparently they didn't look good on me. Which, to be fair, they probably didn't. But they were still cool. You know what I mean? Disappointing. Disappointing. Sad. Sad. I have basically most of everything in game at this point. Not everything, you know, most everything. I'm not sure how I feel about this Signa. I'm not sure how I feel about it, to be honest. I don't know. And the Spiderweb Ephemera, I already have a Spiderweb Ephemera. At least I'm not alone. Wears glasses because they're cool and not need them getting rise up. I might need them soon. Mama Brandier has bad eyes, so I might have them too. I've been worried about that lately. I'm not sure how I feel about these shoulder pads either. I've been worried about a lot of things lately. Lots of worry. I've been trying to get out more because I think a lot of the reason why I've been such a worried piece of crap lately is because I haven't been getting out or doing much of anything. Because I've always been a bit of a shut-in. It's kind of hard to do that, you know? It's a lot easier to say, oh, you need to get out more, and then, you know, the actual getting out more thing. It's part of the reason why I keep going to classes, even though I really don't want to, because I'm fairly certain getting out and about and, you know, talking to people is good for me. Ew, it's jiggly. Ew. No, the jiggly ones are the worst. They're so bad. Ah, my goodness. Let's see now. Not landing craft, bundles, companions. Is it in here? Components, railjack slots, coolabouts, and companions, bundles, Tenogen. The brain is not braining right now. The brain is not braining. Landing craft. Is it under landing craft? It is under landing craft. Okay. So, yeah, I wish we had, like, these little vinaigrettes for the backrooms. Like, I want them to add more backroom stuff. And, Dormizome stuff. They need to add more Dormizome stuff, too. Like, DE, please. Add more game to the game. Please. Thank you. I kind of want to get the Corpus Articula, too. I've always wanted to get one of these. I mean, I can. I can just buy stuff. That's a thing I can do now. It's a thing I can do. I can just buy stuff. And these. I really like these. These are nice. Yeah. I just wish it wasn't so much platinum, you know what I mean? I look at 100 platinum for the eyeball decoration, I'm just like, ugh. In the polymer case. See, this could look nice if you let it look nice. These, I'm not really sure how big they are, and that's why I'm apprehensive about buying them. Because it's like, how big are you? How big can you get? How small can you get? You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. I don't know. You know. The old Corpus locker. I just like looking at things sometimes, you know what I mean? Just kind of window shopping. I love that the Fibonacci fish plush is just on his side. That's always funny. I just, you know what I mean? You know. You can tell I'm a little tired right now. I'm always tired, though. I'm always fucking just miserable to be around. Nope, there's that depressive streak again. Nope. Bad. Sentinel accessories. I wish they'd add more Sentinel accessories, too. I wish they'd add a new Sentinel. It's been forever since we've gotten a new Sentinel. Like, DE, please. Please, DE, please. Cosmetics, the Rebellion type skin. I don't actually like it. I don't like anything to do with that skin series. I just don't like it. I don't think it's great. The Arcta, when they were trying to make PvP actually work, and it just nobody wanted anything to do with it. Is what it is. All right, you know what we're gonna do right now? We're gonna go swap to art. I want to try and do some art stuff. We're gonna try and do some art stuff. I want to swap to art stuff. I want to try and do art shenanigans right now. So we're gonna swap to the art tag. Art. We're gonna move to just chatting for a second. There's some art things I've been experimenting with, right? There's art stuff that I've been experimenting with because I was watching Diariku's subathon because she's doing a subathon right now. And I was watching her do the furry drawing because she was doing a furry drawing because it was a subathon goal. And one of the subathon goals is she's actually going to make a furry model, which I think is going to be kind of I think that'll be kind of funny. I was watching her as she worked. I think I understand how she did certain things, and I want to try and do those things for myself. So, yeah. There was a, what do you want to call it? Trying not to have a panic attack right now. There it is. Fabulous. We're going to grab this, and we're going to let this be our reference for today. Nope, that's a different reference. We're going, where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is that? I thought I had a there it is. There we go. So we're going to pop that there. I'm going to open up a new thing. We'll grab a reference image, which I already have, in here. Grab the import thing. It's not going to let me import, so we need to make a new one real fast. And well, this will be the next kind of sort of project thing we build at for a while. Here it is, this thing right here. Let me swap over. Is this going to work? Yes, it will. Look at that. Wow. Wow. Look at me go. Wow. So I saw this on Pinterest. I was like, damn, this is pretty good. So I wanted to see if we could do anything with that. You know what I mean? Just because, let me grab my keyboard over here. So, yeah. Actually, can we rotate everything real fast? I want to rotate. Yep, this is how. There. So we can move that there like that. Bring this down. And there you go. Swapsies. We're going to turn down the opacity so I can do it properly. So what I saw her do, right? Actually, let me grab another reference image right here. So I'm probably going to do the Valkyr. Valkyr would be at least a little bit interesting. So Valkyr. I think that's how you spell that out. It is. Okay. Okay. Not a lot of reference images on Pinterest, is there? I like Valkyr Prime. Valkyr Prime is sick as fuck. See if we can drum up anything from there. Yes, we can. This will have to do. So, thinking a little bit more, excuse me. I don't really know how she did what she did, right? I'm still obviously trying to learn that, trying to figure out my own little style and process. Because what I notice is she's not using a brush that I use. See? She uses them at a lesser opacity and just kind of colors in and fills in the overall shape as she goes. And then she does it in layers to, She does it in layers, almost, as a way to denote shadows from one another. Like, you can kind of see it going right here in a weird way. See what I mean? But I'm still trying to figure that out. So I think it's her way of illustrating the foreground versus the background. But I'm not really sure is the other issue. And I'm not sure if I think it has to do with her pressure sensings. I've been trying to find out what brush settings she actually uses, you know what I mean? I've been trying to figure that out for a bit, but I've been I haven't been harassing her Discord very much about it yet because I still feel a little I don't know. I don't really feel like I belong there quite yet since I mostly just kind of lurk in every Discord channel I'm ever a part of at any given time. So, yeah, but she just kind of goes blobby like this, you know what I mean? Then she does some erasing. Why is my eraser not working? Oh, because I'm using the Anita right there. That's right. So, yeah, I'm still not really sure. What I think she does, and what I've been wanting to experiment with in another tab, is what I think she's been doing is I think she's been doing the density settings based on the pressure settings on her pen. I'm not sure though, because that seems like a lot of extra. It seems like a lot of extra that, you know, that maybe she wouldn't do. Show slider, show indicator, copy value. Yeah. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, stretch my arm and my bones and all my gooey bits. Just give me a couple of minutes. BRB. And so I'm back. Excuse me. Sorry. Yeah. So I just kind of want to experiment, try new things. See, I want to start doing art shenanigans a bit more often again. So yeah. Yep. Aspirations and whatnot. Brush density, set the opacity for each brush tip pattern. You can adjust the dynamics by clicking the button on the right. For example, you can link the density to pen pressure. Ah, there you go. So pen pressure, minimal value, we'll just say is 1. And that should do what I want it to do, I think. So, oh, oh. I don't know if that's doing anything. But, yeah. So, Dia does what Dia does. So, yeah. I'm really envious. I don't want to learn. I don't want to try and all that. Ooh, do nonsense. I want to learn. And you know, I'm trying. We are trying, at least a little bit, you know? We are trying. One day at a time, though. One day at a time. Beyond this point, though, I have no fucking idea what that lady is doing. She is crazy. Crazy. So, if I'm doing a thing with Valkyr, what we need to do is probably get a slate kind of color going on here. So, go to the blue palette almost. Right about there. Lighten it. She never goes max opacity. I think I understand why. So she does a lot of kind of mixing in her stuff. Like she builds in everything first and then, well, she kind of just sketches things in and then gradually starts to blend the colors, which kind of is what gives her really overall unique style. You know what I mean? Gives everything a bit more of a kind of unique vibe almost, if that makes any sense. So let me get a better image of Valkyr Prime actually. That one's at a bit of an odd angle, so it makes it kind of hard to do the thing. This image right here is what I'm looking for. Give it a minute. Takes forever and a day for this shit to boot up, doesn't it? Yes, it does. There we go. So, how are we going to do this? So the slate does kind of go over here, and it widens towards the bottom. Not that much, though. Not really that much. It should be fine for the moment, though. And it narrows. It reaches right about there on the throat. I'm saying, yeah. Kind of like that. And it goes right about there. Clean up a little bit. And a bit more of a white. It's not shock white, though. I'm not really sure what color that is, actually. What color is it? What color are you? There. What color? Come on, we do things. Oh, that's interesting. Basically the same. What the fricky fuck was this? What are you? Ah, okay. Well, make do with what you got. No, get rid of that. Make do with what you got. So we can go into here. There we go. Bit more shock whitey almost. Kind of like that. Move out of my hand. This mouse is falling apart, I swear. That's more glue from it. Damn thing has been falling apart for a while now. I've been wanting to get a new mouse, but this one still works for the minute. So I've been really anxious about grabbing onto a new one quite yet. So, been wanting a new one, but not quite yet, Been wanting one for a bit. But as long as it still works. I want to get one of those fancy MMO mice that, I want to get one of those fancy MMO mice that have all of the cool little buttons and stuff. So I can, try out some, what are they called? So I can do more MMO-esque games, almost. It's one thing I would really like to do. So I could just have more buttons. It'd be nice too if I could put them on macro and whatnot, so that it'd let me let me do different video games and stuff a bit easier, because I wouldn't have to worry about spamming buttons all the time. Like, that was one thing I used to do in Warframe a lot when I had my previous keyboard, is I would actually slave a lot of stuff off to a macro. So, like, Zaku needs to recast their fourth ability, like, every minute or so. I just put that on a macro and said, fuck it. DE doesn't really like macros, but they don't like macros either. So, as long as you're not too obnoxious about the macros, they don't seem to care a lot. They care a little bit, but DE does what DE does. So here's where things start to get kind of interesting. I've also been listening to some older music from some artists I used to like Waterflame. If you guys have ever heard of Waterflame, they're pretty good. They used to, still kind of do, but they used to make some really interesting music back in the day. I never really understood the music scene all that much. I wanted to. I never did. I'm really envious of people who kind of find out who they are early on in life. I wanted to be a musician when I was a kid. I remember I begged Mama Brandier when I was a little toddler to buy me a drum set so I could try and be a musician. Yeah, that never happened. Oh, well. Days gone by. Here's where things get a bit strange. What? Can I up the opacity? No, it doesn't really look right, does it? I wish she would release a, what's it called? What do you want to call it? I really wish she would release a, a tutorial on how she does all of the stuff she does, because I really want to learn. Really want to learn. It's like, bro, it's not that easy. People always keep saying, oh, you just gotta draw, you just gotta draw and draw and draw and draw and draw until it works itself out. And it's like, no, it's not that simple. It's just not that simple. Gotta get in the arm too and everything, smooth everything out. And the head. Get the overall head shape together, and we can get rid of the base. Here, we'll lighten this up too, so we can keep the difference. So, there. We no longer need that. Well, we kind of need it a little bit. For the hand. Oh dear. Let's see. Hands are always really weird. There's an easy trick to hands. One of our professors taught us. An easy enough trick, I suppose. Where's the thumb? There's the thumb. Thumb go right here. Shade it. It's fine. No, that's the hand right there. Come on. The pen has also been doing rocky nonsense for a while now. I don't really appreciate it, you know? Don't really appreciate what my pen's been up to lately. I think it's starting to kind of crap out on me a bit. It makes me nervous. I'm not really sure what to do about it. I don't know. As always, I never really know what I'm doing, do I? That goes here. But it's peaceful. Hello, Hobbs. How you doing? Don't call me old. I will shank you I'll shank your tibia. We are working on another fan art, and I am stealing a page from another streamer's book, Deiriku again, and seeing if I can learn how she draws. It seems like she does things in low opacity. And blend in before firming up the stuff. So I want to see if I can do anything with that. You know what I mean? I'm British. I'm immune to stab wounds. You see, that's what the Americans say about gunshots. However, current survey says that is indeed not the case. So watch yourself. How you doing? How's life treating you? Is everything going well? Love and life staying safe? Dangerous times right now, my man. Dangerous times. So I just want to make sure everyone's doing okay, hanging in there and everything, you know? You know. There we go. I'm Romanian, Australian. I'm immune to alcohol poisoning, and I'm part Russian, German, and Irish. So, and military. So if you're immune to fucking alcohol poisoning, I'm the one that gets healed from it. So, suck on it. And any caliber under 45 ACP. No. No, that is the collarbone right here. So that's the collarbone. Which means collarbone over here as well, I think. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, that looks vaguely something shaped. So we should be able to work with this though. The Greeks though, just don't drink against them, bruh. I try not to drink that much anymore. Because remember, I do have some issues with it sometimes. I'm not like an aggressive drinker or something. It's just while I was really like maximally depressed from leaving the army, I learned how to drink such that it just made life more bearable and fun and easier to be happy and stuff. And then I just kind of wanted to start drinking and never really stopped. So, yeah. Sag. So now the hard part though. I need to actually texture in fucking everything. We can also do the face. It's gonna be weird because of course it's gonna be weird. Of course I could have chosen something easier to do, but what would have been the fun in that, you know? Would have been the fun in that. So that can go kind of like that almost. A little V dip. It's going a lot faster than I was expecting it to. Because the jaw also has a little piece under it. Mm-hmm. Not going to be easy, is it? No, it is not. No, it is not. So let's try and get the gold trim going. Let's try and get that placed. I have no idea what's going on. I am attempting to do a fan art of this creature at the top of the screen. It's not going well. But when is it ever going well? Spoiler, the answer is never. Never. So we're just trying new things right now, you know? Trying to learn. And I'm trying to do it in the style of another streamer who I'm a big fan of to see if I can learn from her at all. I think the answer is no, I can't, but I'm going to try anyways. Of what creature? Of this creature right here. Right there. This one right here. I got the reference image going on another page. So I'm putting an effort, you know? Just to see if I can at all. You know what I mean? Just to see if we can. I don't know how well this is going to go for me, but I'm allowed to try. So, yeah. Yep. Yeah, Valkyr. I thought I said that. Did I not say that already? I'm sorry if I didn't. It's been a long morning, and I still have only just woken up. Siege. Siege. This one's a bit larger, and it goes down a bit. Not gonna lie, I thought it was Valkyr, and like, am I tripping? It's coming together. It's unironically sorta kinda coming together. So I'm fairly happy with that. The fact that it actually looks like it actually looks like a Warframe almost is a good sign. In my opinion, it's a good sign. It's definitely the bust area, which may be a bit more busty than it probably should be, but I like busts, so boobs. Boobs! Boobs. So it'll be fine. Probably. Probably. We can darken out the ring a little bit to emphasize the difference between the arm a little bit, because this arm over here has been like, yeah. Now the problem is this part of the elbow is supposed to have that giant fuck-ass gauntlet. So I'm partial to just leaving it off and seeing if anyone notices. You know. Just to see if anyone gives a crap or not. Probably not, but in either case. So there's going to be a lot of cleaning up that we have to do just because of the way this style works. Give Valkyr double Ds. We basically already... Oh, no. See, now I'm also trying to texture in some of the more, textury bits. But it is a bit of a struggle, you know? Bit of a struggle bus. Collarbone. But we're learning. There's a lot of learning to be done in this sort of space. Blend a little bit so it'll firm up a little bit more. It's sort of coming together. Just a little bit. Lots to learn, though. Lots to learn. And I don't want to. I don't want to do that. What's it called? I really don't want to do the quiz today. That quiz is stressing me out. Excuse me. Darken that a little bit more. Or not at all. Why are you not darkening? Oh, it's because I'm blending. There. That way it has the shadow of a crease a little bit. Mm-hmm. Do. But yeah, not too much going on right now in Brandy's life there. Hobbs, not a whole lot. Just stressing about college, moving to apartments and stuff. You know. The usual stressful stuff. The fact this is coming along as well as it is fucking terrifying. It actually kind of looks like a Warframe almost. Damn. What the fuck? Let's fix this area right over here. The fact it's coming along at all is frankly astounding. Do. I'm gonna try and do more art streams too from now on. Well, I've been saying that for a long time now. But, you know, I would like to do more. I'd like to do more art streams. Once I have a bit more time on my hands, I want to do art stuff before normal streamy nonsense. That'd be nice. That'd actually be very nice. I'd really like to do that. No, get rid of that. Little wing over there, little wing nut over there. The head's the worst part, though. This is the part that I'm definitely going to struggle with the most. Is there a way for me to get a side profile? Otherwise, I might have to boot up the game. Here's a side profile. Give that image 20 minutes to load. Doobie 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 doo. Huh? It's literally not loading. I hate Wiki so much. Wikipedia, you are ass. Not the good kind. Give me a minute. There she goes. All right. Open this in our tab 2 so I can see what the frickety fuck I'm doing. Okay. Prime Helm or Gemini? Prime. Prime Helm's the best helm. IMO. IMO. It's my favorite helm at the very least. But I'm gonna have my work cut out for me on this. So yeah, you got ads now. I've had ads for a while, Tier. What are you doing? We are trying and failing to do a fan art of one of my favorite characters in Warframe, and yeah. I'm trying to use a style a streamer I really like uses where they kind of watercolor over everything first. And see how that goes. See if it does anything usable. It looks like the answer is coming up to it. Yes, actually. It's good so far, thank you. It's normally not my style, but the reason why I've been trying to change my style too is because I noticed while working in art class that I focus too much on hard lines first, and I need to work more at gesture drawing. So, here's my gesture drawing. So that looks best for getting colors to blend better in the end. It really does, doesn't it? But it's helping me, oopsies. It's helping me learn right now. Ooh, that may be too arc. White's the problem. You and I should do a draw pile. What's a draw pile? I've never heard of that before. What is a draw pile Tier? Explain yourself, sir. Let's see now. I focus more on making my lines thinner and focusing on details first. That's what I normally do too, and I've noticed it's been harming me a lot. If it works for you, fantastic. You know, I'm not trashing here. But it's been making life a bit more of a struggle for me, you know what I mean? It's an art program that allows us to draw on the same canvas for multiple people. I see. Maybe we can talk about that. Cause I've been talking about it all day today, but I've been nice. No, not like that. I've been nice and busy and stressed lately, and it's been a whole freaking awful time. So, no, I need something lighter than this, bruh. I need this color. The problem is the lack of solid colors. Let's do it again, my pen. You mainly don't draw. You're fine, Hobbs. Come on. There she goes. Been glitching out for a bit. See what I mean? This is what I'm talking about when I say the pen's going, by the way. It's been doing that a lot more often. It'll just start randomly changing how it wants to work. And then I'm like, what are you doing? Change the angle again. Boom. You seem to do more thick lines from what you said with hard lines, so anime chibi style would work best, which furry art tends to be both, if not NSFW. I want to learn, so we're going to learn a bit. We're going to try new things. I do not want to be bottlenecked into any one thing or the other, so I will dictate my future. I want to dictate my own future. This is coming along way better than it has any right to, by the way. I just want to point that out. It's coming... The fact this looks like a Warframe is like, wow. For me, I'm like, huh? What do you mean? What do you mean this is currently working right now? I'm saying you could try later to work on your own style that comes naturally while working on other styles. I guess you could say that's something that's close to what I'm trying to do. I see what you mean. Believe me, I see what you mean. I've been trying to work on that. But because of the way classes have been, I haven't been able to work on things like I really want to. So we're gonna just kind of work on things this way. We're gonna just kind of... We're gonna work on things this way. I'm gonna work on things this way. Make the wrist smaller slightly. That's what I wanted to do. The issue though is the fucking gauntlet though, you know what I mean? The issue is going to be the gauntlet. Like, are we going to go with the gauntlet, or am I just going to go sans the gauntlet? That's what I'm not sure about. That's the question, isn't it? This obviously is not going to be done in one stream. This is going to be a multi-stream affair. But it's something to experiment with right now, you know what I mean? Something to experiment with right now. Try new things, right? Try new things, experiment. Be the person we want to be. So it curves a bit, kind of like this almost. If we go without the gauntlet, we are going to have to deal with some liberties almost. Just a little bit. Do. I don't know. The gauntlets look to attach via, yeah. It attaches via a gold ring here. The risk is supposed to be smaller. We can take a little bit of liberties. Like, this is clearly not the head. We can take a little bit of artistic liberty here. People are still going to understand what this is. Whoopsie, supposed to be. I should probably use more layers, though. Probably. It's actually coming together, though. It's scary. Wrist and the inside of the elbow. Make me want to draw now. You should. How long has it been since you did any art here? I know it's been a while. Has it been a while since we chatted? I can't remember. I was meaning to harass you and someone else. When's the last time I bothered you? 3 days. No, right about on cue. Right about on cue. I normally like to bother you guys about once every 3 days, give or take. 1 second. Okay, there goes my elbow. Fabulous. Been about a week or two? No. Yeah, it's 27th. So yeah, no, I bothered you pretty recently. Yeah. Also, I'm looking at Juniper in the background. She's currently have cat ears on right now, which is very funny. Excuse me. Make the gauntlets more streamlined if you make their features softer in this style. I'm not sure if I want the gauntlets or not, is the thing. Like, we could put them like right here, and that would cover up like the most of the elbow. The issue is actually seeing the gauntlets because I need a rear view of her if I'm going to be able to do the gauntlets properly. And I don't want to boot up Warframe right now so I can get an accurate representation of what the gauntlets are supposed to look like. I don't know. We could do them right here and just kind of do this number almost. So kind of like that in a way. The gauntlets are integral to the design, TBH. I can find a picker too. Well, we might as well. Valkyr Prime gauntlets. Let's see what we can find now. I don't want to boot up the game right now just for that. We can boot it up later for the details. There we go. That's a bit better. So it goes straight past the elbow, so it links in via the little ringlet here. So we can just kind of mime that for now. Mime that, let it go out on the elbow, escalate a bit. And then it basically gilds in gold a little bit. So a little bit of gold right there. Going down here, the line's a bit thicker than it needs to be, but you get the point. And then kind of like that. So if we darken things a little bit, we can probably cook it up a bit better. I'll have to fix the colors later and recolor balance it. But, you know, people will get the idea. People will get the idea. This last time you drew was May. Jesus, dude. Has work been that busy for you? Jesus Christ. Like, I know classes have been a lot for me, but Jesus. You gotta take some time for yourself, my guy. There. I like that almost. You just don't draw much to be honest. You doodle quite better work. Okay. If you want an easier design, the heirloom looks more streamlined. I wanted to do the Prime though, because I really like the Prime model. Like, Valkyr Prime was basically my jam when it came out, and I was like, yeah, when she came out. Ooh, that's a very good pose on the gauntlets. Thank you. Like, I was so enamored with Valkyr Prime when she came out, and she was the last Prime frame that came out before I went to basic training. So it means a lot to me. Valkyr P means a lot to me. Even when, not if, when I get the heirloom skin, I'm still probably going to run Valkyr Prime a lot just because she's that much of my jam. You know what I mean? So. Yep. Just because it's just that much of a bop for me. She's my frame. You know what I mean? If you look at my in-game numbers, my most used Warframe is Valkyr base. So when I had Valkyr Prime come out, I was just like, hell yeah. It's like, hell yeah, brother. I was so happy when she first came out. I was over the moon. And I almost asked Mama Brandier. Actually, no, I almost bought the Prime pack, but I didn't want to cheat and get her for nothing. Valkyr always have a special place in my heart, if that makes any sense. She will always have a special place in my heart. Always and forever. Yep. Man, I don't want to go to class today. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with that freaking fracking test. It's going to be beyond stressful. It's going to be aggravating. It's going to be all of this stuff. It's going to be all of that stuff. Don't want to deal with it. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. Let's turn the opacity up a bit. See what we can do here. I'd share my most recent art, but most of it has been NSFW. Yeah, probably best to hold on to that one, my dude. Probably for the best there. Capiton. Looking art stuff. Looking in art stuff. What you got for me? What you got from there, Kimasabi? This took 2 weeks of you scrapping it. Jesus Christ. Did you do that by pen? What the frack? Jesus. That's mega Rayquaza, isn't it? Jesus, God, you need to calm down. Save some pussy for the rest of us. Fuck. Making me feel 11 different kinds of inadequate. The issue is the ears on the helmet. That's the issue. Gold. Go into a new layer. Good quality too. Yeah, it is. Oh, you did it in colored pencil. It looks like pen. Jesus. Jesus, my guy. Calm down. Okay. The horns really are the hard part, aren't they? Yeah, they are. Because she technically has 2 sets of horns. So, side profile. She technically has 2. Actually, let's just color this black. So I can see what I'm doing a bit better. It's gonna look kind of fucky wucky, but it's okay. Oh, Jesus. There we go. So, thinking. Clean this up a little bit so we can see what it is exactly we're doing here. This is going to be a while, which is okay. Maybe we'll do it, we'll do more of this on Wednesday instead of Expedition 33. If you guys like this kind of content, that is. I notice people tend to kind of show up more whenever I'm doing art stuff. But I'm always a little bit anxious about it, you know? I did enter and win a mod art contest for Balatro. Wait, so you made some mod? Did you make a mod? Some mod art for Balatro, dude? What the hell? Did you? Because that would be sick as fuck. Like, yo. Because remember, she's tilting away. So do that. Do. Want to use a thicker white, that'd be nice. Art for cards for mod. Nice, dude. Oh, Jesus. Need to work on the sensitivity. This is also me experimenting with brushes and brush shapes and stuff. Because I've noticed a lot of people don't really use the traditional brushes. And I'm hoping maybe I'll be able to work out a brush that works for me. You know what I mean? Because these ones don't quite cut the honey mustard for me. Right now we're also gesturing right now, so I'm trying to get just the vague shape before I firm up lines. I did the details of the tail and texture, the floating yellow thing, and the mega, and the face first before doing everything else. The multi-mirror had a contest. Blend the way a bit to the right now. Now, yeah, I want to get this side panel of her face, because once I have that down, it'll help me figure out where her horns, oopsies, are supposed to go. Because that's going to be one of our big concerns for now, is where those horns go, sir. Firm this up a little bit more. So this is just a placeholder until I figure it all out. That's what we're doing right now. We're figuring out where things are meant to belong. We're figuring that out. Slowly but surely. Right. Opacity again. Because this fades in here. So a part of the horn does kind of come out like this, but it's very thin. And I don't have a proper side profile. So that's where I'm kind of struggling just a little bit. And I probably need to use another layer. Oh well. We'll get there slowly but surely. This is the problem with Valkyr Prime, is her helmet is very complex as far as some of the Prime helmets go. You can see the shape is coming together though. The shape is coming together a bit. Just a bit though. It doesn't want to come together nice and easily for me. So what we can do though, we can do is forcibly carve out some bits and bobs, kind of like this. So that's like that. We can go back into the white now. We can get access to the big horn now, which remember has a bit of an odd shape. So it does crest the jaw a little bit. Kind of like this almost. It's a very strange side profile. It needs to be thicker, I think. So remember, I'm still learning. I'm still learning a lot. There's a lot for me to learn. So we're trying our best here. I think the head might be too large. And there's gold here. What kind of tablet do you have? The one I think you recommended me, the XP 13. I think. It is wearing down a little bit because the pen hasn't been really working for me properly lately. So I think it might be because it didn't really survive the move very well. Jeez. So I'm a little concerned about that. It's a good tablet. I've been looking to upgrade, honestly. I've been kind of wanting to upgrade because I'm starting to realize what I'm looking for versus what I have. So I'm waiting until either this one breaks or I end up moving to Europe, if I move to Europe at all. Taking the jaw here. Taking this little wing nut. Make the upper wing thicker. Should be fine. Do not get a Y-com. That's actually what I was looking at. Or debating on. Thicken up this portion. Oops, Jesus. Fucking. Thicken that. So because she's facing away, we're getting kind of a side profile. Can use Sfumato for this. Reminds me of an impression right now. Though since it's more focused on light and color, obviously no real outline. So that's what Daya does. She kind of just... It looks like she just kind of gets the overall impression of whatever it is she's trying to work on in a given moment. And then slowly she builds it up. I'm starting to see what I'm doing wrong. So let's rebuild here. This is going to be a lot farther out. Because remember, it goes all the way out here. I'm starting to see the side profile, so it's okay. I'm starting to see it just a little bit here. So that's the side profile right there. This crosses over in a weird way. Because it rises up above, like kind of like that almost. Kind of like that. So it rises above, crossing out that. And then it horns. I'm trying to follow along with the overall shape and format. Do 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 do. At least I think I'm seeing it. I think I am. It needs to be thicker, but you know. The angle's weird as well. I might have to log in just so I can see what it is. Friggity fuck it is I'm doing. So like that, the little brown chaser here. Kind of like this. Yeah, it's not really impressionism. It's literally called gesture drawing, which yes, you could make the argument it's basically impressionism, but the idea is to get the overall idea of the design together first. Does that make sense? So you want to get just the echoes of the shape. You want to get the echoes of the overall shape and form first. So that's how she seems to do it. She gets the overall echoes first. And then she just kind of shapes it from there. Like the head is giving me issues. Like you can see this is the front panel. This is the front panel. This is that front panel on her head. Which means we could just go into the gold right here and kind of do this number almost. Not quite, but you know. So that kind of goes right there. That's that front panel. Just back here is the second horn facing away from us. Be a little bit longer, but you know. To be honest, look at this now instead of Sufumato. I feel Chiskiro would work better now. I have issues with head shape, I think. I have a lot of issues with head shape. Let me try something. We're gonna get really nasty. We're gonna get really nasty for a second. Nope. Do 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 do. Nope, not like that. Come on. There she goes. Fabulous. Apply transformation, yes. Use opacity so I can see what the frick it is I'm doing. No, not like that. There we go. So we can see a little bit better now. You see, it kind of looks like the front panel. But not quite. A little bit turned, you know, a little bit turned towards the viewer instead. It's like you can see the front panel, you can see the face here. Basically mirror it how it looks. To be honest, if I use a reference, I don't know why I always prefer the mirror facing into the direction your art is facing. Basically mirror how it looks. Like you can see what I'm working with here. Not good with perspective. Perspective still gives me a lot of struggle. Still a very big struggle. But you can see that kind of shape I'm trying to work at, right? You can see it right in here. Like, allow me to demonstrate real fast. Like, you can see the front panel. Oopsies. Here we go again. Just max up the opacity so I can see what the fuck I'm doing. It's like it goes up here. It horns here. Comes back down a bit. Goes round here. Right? You got that front panel. We darken it. So now we have this back panel here that kind of does its thing. You can kind of start to see what exactly it is I'm trying to get at and why I'm having So much difficulties with this. And like I said, this is a learning process. It's not going to be an instantaneous thing, you know what I mean? We're not just going to start copying a streamer with years and years and years and years and years of experience and immediately have things work out to our favor. But you can see the improvement I've made. You can see we're getting places. We're doing things. So the issue though, see, 2 sets of horns basically. We'll just take care of that. So you can see kind of what I'm getting at here, right? The overall shape almost. Headshots Maker, what is this? Why am I getting career development office again? Oh, that's why. Dominoes and Pokemon Go. So you see the issue. You see why the head here is giving me so many issues. We might have made the head too big is maybe part of the issue. It's good practice nonetheless, right? It's good practice. Good practice. It's a learning experience, right? Where I'm in the process of learning a bit. Lots of learning. So, looking from that side perspective, that side view. Even though she's facing us, it's still... Come on. Hello? Work. Thank you. So it kind of goes here. It goes a lot farther back than I was expecting it to. So, drop the opacity down so it's a bit easier to work with here. See, it's a little better. You like Soul Eater? Duh. I love Soul Eater. It's been forever since I watched it, though, but I used to love it. I tried watching it a few years ago, but it was a bit too... I'm going to hot take here. It's a bit too cringe. Yeah, I like it. I appreciate it. I think Medusa is probably one of the best villains ever. Because I like how she wasn't stupid. You know what I mean? She didn't die stupidly. She didn't do anything stupid. She literally failed because of her own humanity, for lack of a better term. Which I thought was one of the coolest ways for a villain to fail, really. And it did a lot for me. Medusa slaps, exactly. I like Death Position, so I was surprised I made Death the Kid look good in art. Let me see here. Ooh. And you be lying like a motherfucker. You be talking how you ain't no shit. And you be lying like a motherfucker. This guy. Come on, work for me. Thank you. You be lying like a motherfucker. So... you can see how the shape is starting to kind of come together a little bit properly now. I'm only self-taught out of boredom. You're doing better than I am, that's for sure. Oopsies. You're doing a lot better than I am. 10 years, exactly. And how many years do I have? Barely one. So I'm doing my best to be patient. Doing my best here. Let me get a better look at that image. Lots to learn, lots to learn, lots to learn. Let me see the image. Jesus. All right, there we go. Yeah. The angle's a bit weird, but this is really close to what I'm looking for. Also, I stick usually to your strength, which is primarily the face and hair in drawings. My strengths are sucking and dying. So I can't really stick to my strengths now, can I? I want to kind of get the horn going higher. Kind of like so, almost. And then. I'll definitely need to go into Warframe and check out the simulacrum and get a better look at her. But this is not awful. I don't hate it. I don't hate it like I normally hate my stuff. So I think I'm going to call that a positive. If I don't look at it and immediately want to burn it to the ground, I think that's normally a good sign for me. You know what I mean? Well, my strength is sucking too. Uh-huh. And now, wait for it, he's about to brag about his wife. This guy. This guy. You see, this is also going a lot faster than my work normally does, since I'm focused more on getting the overall impression of her rather than make it perfect and prim. Like, this is kind of not bad. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it was never going to be. I was a vacuum. Sir. This guy. This guy. Right here still gives me issues. I think I'm still leaning too hard into the reference images. That might be a part of our issue here. Might be. This is a Christian art stream. Yeah, that's right. These big ass fucking titties are a Christian art stream. Yeah, sure. I say as I fill them in more to emphasize my point. This being a Christian art stream. Motherfucker, I ain't even Christian. I'm barely agnostic. Freaking guy. This motherfucker. Like, look at these things. Jesus Christ. I could suffocate somebody with these. And it would be a proud way to go. Which, by the way, fun fact. It is Norse canon. It is canon in Norse mythology. Per Odin's own words, if you die in combat or giving oral to a woman, you will go to Valhalla. That is canonic. Brandir is clearly Jewish. There's a lesser anonymous gifter. Thank you for the tier 2. Thank you for the 2 tier 1 subs. I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate it. I wish I could have. I wish you didn't do anonymous so I could thank you properly. But thank you regardless. I hope y'all are enjoying my disasters here. Say as I fix the horns once again and try and get them into an angle that I do not loathe, because like the head just looks weird. There's something wrong with it. I can't figure out what it is. Like the neck needs to be thicker, right? We can all agree on that. A thicker neck. It's probably a bit too high. Whether synth or tier. I think it was tier, but I'm not sure. And there's no way for me to find out because, you know, they did it anonymously. So, yeah, I'm not going to be able to find out, unfortunately. But it is what it is. They wanted to be anonymous, so they are anonymous. Anonymous. It is what it is, gentlemen. It is what it is. You know what? It's gonna bother me a lot. We're doing this. Gifted sub never touches the sender, so me, not me or lib. I don't know. Just let them be private. If they want to be private, let them be private. Yep, 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 yep. And again, one more time, this is not going to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect. And we're going to take this over a couple of days. And the only other two here are 10th tier, so... I'm just leaving it alone. Letting what happens, happens. Come on, let me in the video game. Let me in the video game. Here we go. Here we go again. Same shit, different day. Why do I have a thing done cooking to? Why is that? Ah, the sword and board. Yes. I'm gonna take care of that off stream. I wanted it because it has the sickest fuck energy shield. I don't think I have the Captura scene that I want, which is the green screen one, so we could just put it all shock white and everything. So we're just gonna have to make do. Excuse me. Do 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 do. Going over the Samaris. Alright. No, Captura. How do you get the Captura? I don't remember how. I've never used it. Damn, that's a hell of a question, ain't it? How the fuck do you get to the Captura scenes? In an armory, maybe? I hope so. Let me grab Valkyr here. We're just going to use base Valkyr. Default colors. I was experimenting with Gethsemane. I was experimenting. Capture. I have a couple, don't I? Which one's going to be the most well lit to work with? I do have it. You fuckers. Why would you show? Okay, I have fewer than I thought. Which one of these is well lit? This is probably going to be our best one. I'll work at getting the green screen one too, because I was going to do shenanigans with that. Okay. So, pause. Actually, I gotta be right back. I'm about to piss myself. Hang on. BRB. And yes, I washed my hands. Calm down. So, this thing. Okay. It's been forever since I did this. So, she's facing slightly away from us like that. So, I'm not too far off, am I? Hang on. Can I change my loadout real fast? Is there any place to change the loadout? I don't think there is. Unfortunate. Let me see here. Spawn enemies, kill enemies, tax camera, select lighting. Can I make it like... Yes, there we go. And can we do an emote real fast? All right, so that'll give us something to work with here. So she's looking down kind of away, kind of like that. Right? We can agree on that. Kind of. Right about there. That should do. So. Grab the screenshot. There. I don't know. All right, get me out of here. We got the screenshot. That's the most important part. With that, I can get the proportions on the head fucking correct. And we're still running with massive tatas because we can. So we got that. And here we go. We're going to import it as a reference. Image. Picture, screenshots. I can clean out my screenshot folder eventually. Here we go. Fabulous. Nope, come on. Why'd you deselect that? Come on. Move the thing. Hello? You see what I mean? I swear to you, this pen might be going. See what I mean? Look at that. It did something without me even telling it to. Just down here. Do. Come on. No. I swear this pen, it really is going. It's like right there almost. Yeah, right about there should do. Okay. So, sometimes the best thing to do is restart from scratch. We were close. We were close. The issue is I still have issues with perspective. That's going to be our biggest issue for now. Is this cheating? I'm not really sure. I don't think it is, because I saw Daya do something like this too. That's actually where I got the idea to do it from. She didn't like fully trace, but you know, she traced the overall shape and kind of vibe. So I wanted to do that, but unfortunately the helmet's just not coming out properly for me. So I wanna get it right. And like, we were close. We were like really close. There we go. Nope, and it's doing a thing. Come on. Thank you. I wish it wouldn't do that. It does that because it's an autosave thing. Really annoying. I don't like it. But in the event some shit crashes, it is kind of nice to have. You know what I mean? It has its moments. What she actually does is I don't know how to use this. I think it's this tool. I think it's lasso fill. So what I think she does is that, which honestly looks kind of nice. Well, she does that when she's filling it in, I think. We're still learning. I don't want to copy her one for one. I still want to learn and do my own thing. So, you know. I'm not happy about this, by the way. Not happy. Not a happy camper at all. But if it gets the overall shape correct, and I'm gonna have to suck it the fuck up for like 5 minutes. Music's still playing too, that's good. There we go. What's happening? Once we have the overall setup done, we can start doing our own thing to it. There. Don't need that anymore. So there. Now we're a bit closer to the finish line. So next thing to do is to clean up. Clean up, get some more colors in here. Get everything going. Doesn't need to be perfect. Doesn't need to be perfect. In fact, I think the imperfections are going to make it better. You know what I mean? At least I think so. That's why I don't like using the opacity tool. I don't like messing around with the opacity either. It starts to kind of do some weird monkey chunky shenanigans, you know what I mean? Curve right there. What is that noise? Children of the Messiah. That's a weird one. Whatever. Do 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 do. Junior. Actually. Just a little bit. Remember, it's not going to be perfect. I'm saying that mostly to myself because I don't want to freak out and then immediately break that reference back out and just start hardcore tracing it. Because it'd be cheating, you know what I mean? It wouldn't be fun. It wouldn't be as fun as it could be. Hang on, actually. No, not that one. Interesting. I just wanted to see how these little horn bits kind of fit into everything. You know what I mean? It's a little better. Bring the opacity down so we can start shading and everything. And we just need to connect the neck. And we'll have a pretty solid foundation for some shenanigans on our hands. Gotta watch the pressure as well. The pressure tool is very strange for me still. Do 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 do. Let's see so we can do all kinds of neeby nonsense. Bum. It's like one right there. There, one right 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 there. And then the binky. The old binky. Did they binky get in there? So the binky's all the way down here, actually. That's interesting. Excuse you. Oh, there's a lot more lights than I thought there were. It's okay. Lots more lights. That's okay. Nope, too blobby. So we can just kind of leave that like there for now. What's the actual shape of this supposed to be? See, now I'm just tempted to keep cheating all the time. Now I'm just tempted to keep cheating. Which obviously isn't any fun for anyone, is it? So kind of like that. Sort of. Sort of. What we can also do is we can go back in here. We can grab this again. And we can, whoopsies, we can grab the binky. Come on, stop that. I swear the sensitivity's all fuckered up too now. So, binky. I understand why people never really like that binky too. I get it. The binky's kind of weird, but like the rest of the helmet is so good. I love it to bits. It's such a good helmet. I wish more people liked Valkyr. I like Valkyr. Valkyr's like the best Warframe. I just love her overall vibe and style and everything. All right. A little bit of embellishments. Pom-pom. So the question now is, how do we move on and continue this disaster piece into an actual art thing? That's what I don't really know for sure. What we can actually do next is we can start by piecemealing everything back together. So... slowly but surely. We can get the gold bits in. Slowly, I guess, carve it out. Take our time. I'm sorry if I'm not talking as much or I'm getting kind of quiet. I'm just kind of pensive. I'm in a bit of a pensive mood. You know. A little bit pensive. I'm also enjoying the process of learning something new. You know what I mean? It's not something I get to do very often, especially at such a relaxed pace. Like, that's what's been stressing me out about the drawing course I've been going through, is it's very fast. There's not a lot of time to experiment and just try new things. The professor is really generous with the grading, but I don't like that she has to be generous with the grading. You know what I mean? It's stressful. What the fuck is this music? Jesus Christ. Schism of Mars. Schism. Okay, Itomori, Overlord, skipping on the rain clouds. Well, guys, we're just doing that for now. No, not there. This. Oh, pressure sensitivity is still pretty high. So, yeah, that's what's been kind of stressing me out, is trying to make sure I do good work so I pass, you know. Because what am I even here for if I'm just going to fail every other class? But I'm also doing my best to learn while I pass. It shouldn't be mutually exclusive, but sometimes it just kind of is, and it sucks. Kind of like with Japanese 1. It's like you can either pass, or what feels like I can either pass or I can learn, not both. So I've been struggling a lot with that. I do mean a lot. So, yeah. Yep. I was added Somebody gifted 2 subs, but they did it anonymously, so El Gato was trying to thank whoever did it, and he thinks it was either you or someone else. So don't worry about it, Tier. Don't you worry. Actually, we're gonna go white. Because boobs! Boobs are peak. So, one thing at a time, though. Boobs, exactly, boobs. Yes. Titties, tatas. The great tracts of land. We're currently tracing over our own work real fast to get the overall form straightened out now. Now that we're a bit more carefully squared away. Yeah. Yep. It's coming together, though. It's coming together pretty well, I would say. I'm actually really surprised how well this is cooking along. It's very surprising to me. The last one didn't come out nearly this easily. So it's nice to see, you know what I mean? Did you see the cards in your server? There's cards in my server now. Did you put it in art stuff? Oh, I see, that was you! Ooh. And those are going to be in the game? Excuse me. Sorry, my chest is still doing that thing after all these years. Should be, yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Nice. That's sick as fuck. I'm dying. It's actually sick as fuck. You should be really proud of yourself, dude. You should be really proud. Are they gonna credit you and everything? Yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't, but you know, sometimes things happen and, you know, people fall through the cracks and all that fuddy-duddy nonsense. You know. Via a mod. Would be to, could you imagine if you got added in as an official patch? Yo, that'd be so cool, wouldn't it? Would be amazing. They will credit me. That'd be nice, dude. With how the Balatro community is and how the devs behave, I wouldn't say it's out of the cards. I wouldn't say it's out of the cards. Get it? Out of the cards. Get it? But I wouldn't say it's out of the cards. It'd definitely be a surprise, but it'd be a welcome one. You know? So I guess you could see what would happen. I don't want to turn off the stream because that means I have to make lunch and then I have to study. Stressed. We're just filling in this shape right now, getting things a bit more firmed out. Just firming out the various flavors and stuff. Sharpen as we go. Because as much as I admire that one creator I was talking about, I am not that creator, so I'm not going to be able to just copy her style one for one. Come on. There you go. So I'm not going to be able to copy her style one for one, and that's okay. The fact that we are as far along as we are is very nice, and I really appreciate that. This will go a lot faster than the last little project I tried to do did. Considering I'm already almost at the shading phase, I'm actually really surprised. Oh, hello, Kato! How you doing? We're doing some stupid stuff with the best Warframe in the video game. How's life treating you? Are you enjoying her? I know you were so excited about her rework. I remember you were over the moon. You were like, I cannot wait for Valkyrie. There we go. Do 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 do. But we're just hanging in there for now. Hanging on in there. Smooth everything right on out. Dante May now am tired of speed frame. Sacrilege! You're not Kato. You're not Kato! Kato would never say something like that. Oh, what have you done? What have you done to Kato? No! Which is actually funny because since the last time you hopped in stream, I've actually started to see why you liked Gauss so much, and I've started using him a bit more often. I've even set up a blast build for him. Which is to say, I use his Thermal Sunder to forcibly apply blast to me so I can do blast stuff. As you may expect, it's a blast. Huh? Huh? Get it? Get it? Get it? Get it? Because I'm playing with Baby Tenno and I'm keeping them alive. Ha ha. Boo, yes. Boo. Boo all you'd like. I've seen what makes you cheer. Oh, do 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 do. So we're just working right now. I'm trying not to think too much about my classes, but unfortunately I am. Unfortunately I am. Stress, 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 stress. Not much to be done for it, though. We either pass, we fail. Nick's still a bit fucky wucky, but whatever. Okay. So now we lighten it. Yep. We lighten it and we just kind of slowly trace over my own work, I guess. If you could call it my work. I did figure out a way to make my line work a bit better. I feel like it's cheating, but if Clip Studio installed it, it's clearly not, which is stabilization. It actually makes it a lot easier to do this. Kind of like that. There we go. It's a bit better there. There we go. That's a little bit better. This will also probably be a good time to use the lasso tool. No, don't do that. But it is what it is. Still learning my style. Still learning it. Just a bit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Shave that down just a little. So one of my goals is to start putting out content like this about once every couple weeks. You know, once a week, once every couple of weeks. Something to that effect, right? It's the current goal. Mm-hmm. How likely are we to finish it? Hard to say. Mm-hmm. But we're still gonna try. A Warframe a week? Probably not a Warframe. Although maybe I could be convinced. I may be convinced. Mm-hmm. Got the tolerance. Or not. I see. Mm-hmm. Hang on. Shit's all fucked up now. There's the gold. Mm. Expand the tolerance a little. Keep going. There we go. Okay. We need just a darker color here. This ought to do. Mm-hmm. Do 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 do. Couple spots that need to be taken care of, but it's okay. Just the opacity. Bring this back. Raise the opacity. Yeah, just a little bit. No. Grab this. Because we still have a lot of work to do. Maybe not a Warframe week, but I wouldn't mind if this is received well. I wouldn't say no to doing more. Does that make sense? I'd be more willing to put myself out there if it was clear people enjoyed what I was making. So that's as close to a confirmation as you're going to get from me. Do Whisk from Behind next. You know what? I'll make you a deal. I'll make you a deal, Hobbs. I'll make you a deal. When we finish this, if y'all remind me, when it's done, I will post it to Twitter and Blue Sky and the Warframe forums. And I will post alongside that if I get above 1,000. If I get above 1,000 likes or positive reactions, well, likes on Twitter. If I get 1,000 likes, I will do Wisp from Behind. Right? I will pick the pose so that I do not get in trouble with Twitch, DE, and whatever. But I will do Wisp from Behind as my next art piece if I get 1,000 likes. So there's the deal. There's the deal, sir. Actually, I have an idea. Mm-hmm. So, oops. So, when that happens, y'all can spread the great news of Brandier, and we'll see how well it'll do. Sound fair? I certainly hope it does. Maybe that's not going to work. Just trust the process here. I'll be doing a lot of weird stuff. Or, you know what? If I get 2,000, I'll even let y'all decide the pose as long as it's relatively safe for work. Like, no, just straight up bending over and flashing the camera. You know what I mean? Yeah, we can do something like that. We can do something like that. It'd be a nice little thing. You know? The Jacko pose? You know what? Sure. If it gets 1,000 views, I'll consider the Jacko pose, Kato. I mean, 2,000 likes. We need 1,000 likes for me to do Wisp. I need 2,000 likes, and I will earnestly, no bullshit, I will earnestly consider the Jacko pose. I will earnestly consider it. No bullshit, no fucking around, no, well, I considered it, blah, 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 blah. No. I will genuinely consider doing the Jacko pose. Unless people don't want it. Because it'd also be a bit of a bitch to get reference images for it. It's doing a thing again. What the Jacko pose? Just look up the Jacko pose. You'll know it. You'll know when you see it. It's well known from Guilty Gear. So Guilty Gear Jacko pose will get you pretty close. It's when your legs are extended, make a 45-degree angle. butt up, chest down. Yep, I'll do that for Wisp. I'll consider doing that for Wisp if we get 2,000 likes. I doubt we'll get 2,000 likes though, unfortunately. Unfortunately, unless some people were to spread the great word of Brandia far and wide. So, just a thought. Okay. Okay. Ow, 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 ow. Right. Opacity. Slowly, we're coming together. Slowly. Do some corrections that make me feel better. That's too far out. What is with the music today? No, this is everything. Okay. Deal with that shortly. But one thing at a time. First and foremost, we do have to finish up this mess. We do gotta finish up this. Do. Trying to solidify everything. Because we did, well, I did make the mistake of trying to watercolor into this more firming up stage. So, unfortunately, I do have to deal with the consequences of that, which means I need to go back through a lot of areas and clean them up a bit. You know. You know. Over there. It's peaceful, though. It is peaceful. It has its moments. Happy accident? Yeah, a little. I'm a little bit more willing to let there be happy little accidents. More than usual. Because this one I'm taking a bit less seriously than I normally do. A bit less seriously. Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah, that's gold. If I already traced that gold, I think I did. Oh, yeah, I did. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. We got gold. Like I said, it's gonna take a lot of firming up later. Lots and lots of firming up later. We're still just getting the overall shadow and design going a bit. I don't understand. Oh, I see why. Yep, that's my bad. Happy little accidents. Happy little accidents. Nervous about the test too. I got a couple hours to study for that. Anxious, anxious, anxious. Anxiety. Anxiety. I just finished all of yours last week. I still have a couple more, unfortunately. Couple more tests and quizzes and stuff. The end of this month, I should be free. Should be. So I'll be looking forward to that. That is okay. Show. Mm-hmm. There we go. Enjoying the workforce. So I passed everything. I should be graduating next minute. Enjoying the workforce. Rip in peace, fucking Cato. I'm glad to hear you graduating. I'm sorry about the second part, though. Believe me, I am. I've been wanting to get a job for a bit. I've even started looking at jobs again and firing off applications for stuff. Damn it, I did it again. Oh well. This is just how it is now. This is just how it is. I'm getting ready to fire off applications for some work at some bases. Been looking for entry-level jobs. I'm not finding any, but I'm looking. Apparently, Yokosuka Air Base is hiring. I didn't think they were, but they are. At the worst case, I'll be able to get a job at the Post Exchange, which is their version of a convenience store. It would not be perfect at all, but it'd be something. It would be something. It would be work. It'd be a way to stay in Japan. And it would keep me in close contact with Americans. So it would be better than nothing. Work sounds bad. Can't just sell your feet online, bro. I'm trying. Because depending on how that Jacko pose goes, if I do the Jacko pose, I might be able to sell stuff, which would be very nice. All right, that's gold bits. So next thing we can go do is we can move on to the details. Which, yeah, I'm going to call it here so I can get lunch and get ready for that test that I am still going to be studying for. Oh, boy. So, yeah, we can do this again on Wednesday if you guys are interested in doing this again on Wednesday. If not, here, let me save before it goes away. Hang on, let me get a second here. I'm just going to save it as illustration 5 and do downloads for now. If you guys are interested in me doing more of this, just let me know through the Discord and stuff. I'm going to take off. I got about 5-6 hours before I have to take a test that I may or may not be ready for. I can pass the written part by cheating. The other part, though, not so much. The spoken part, though, is where I'm going to struggle, and is what I'm currently studying on. But we will deal with that. We will burn that bridge when we get there. So, thank you for joining me. If in fact you're still there, my name's been Brandier. If you guys like, we can raid somebody, but it's going to be Juniper. I don't know if you guys want to see. She's doing a cat maid right now, so I don't know how you guys feel about that. I'm going to watch that because I like watching her embarrass herself. I don't know how y'all feel about that. So I'm gonna lean and say probably. You want to see? Okie dokie, we're doing this. Fuck it. That's all I needed. That's all I needed to hear. I'm grabbing this. How do I spell this? I don't know how. Fuck it, whatever. Hang on. It's been a while since we've rated anyways. Juniper Actius. Yeah, let's go. So, I don't know what she's doing right now. She's wearing cat ears and a maid dress, doing one of her IRL streams instead of her moth streams. So, I don't really know what's happening over there. I'm looking forward to it, though. Ooh. So, Wednesday is going to be Claire Obscure Expedition 33 and art. It could be art, could be and, it could be neither. It doesn't really matter. We'll figure it out when we get there, okay? Until then, thank you for joining me if in fact you're still there. My name's been Brandier. I hope you'll have a lovely day, evening, or afternoon. I'm going to go have a panic attack and get my cheat sheet ready so I don't fucking fail and have to retake the course. And for those who come after, see, you get it, Cato. So, yeah. Wish me luck. I hope you'll have a lovely evening. I also need to work on the model because I've been working on that. Stay safe, and I will see you when I see you. Bye-bye. Can I get the hand thing to go? Can the hand thing work? I've also been looking at I've been looking at getting hand tracking stuff going. It only costs about $300, which is a lot of money, but we'll see what happens after I move. Bye-bye.